no audio, or it's too quiet, or I don't know. But it seems okay, I think. Wait, I couldn't hear myself. Test.
I'm gonna grab food real quick. Unless we're doing right now. I don't know.
Okay, it's good.
I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
Okay.
All right, so if I recall, last we left off. Where are my notes? Last we left off, you guys had liberated Nightstone from the Zentarum. Yay!
Yay!
And I believe Zarana and Morak and a couple other people, including Lord Artan, are in the center of town. It's nighttime. There's a lot of people poking out their heads out of their windows, standing in their doorways, with holding candles or torches and just kind of trying to see what the hell's going on. Hey, what's going on?
Here.
Some technical difficulties, but all running now.
We made it.
Meanwhile,
Open and roll 20.
All right. I'll wait then until Ryan gets back as well.
Cool. How are y'all doing tonight?
Good.
Good.
I'm back.
All right, do we have everyone? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So Zorana, I don't know if you wanted to be with the rest of the group or if you wanted to still hang out with Morak and Haral. I'm not really sure what you're doing in the center of town at the moment, but
I think that's just where I was. I was gonna talk to Mora.
oh, all right. But meanwhile, the rest of you guys are actually in the keep itself. Bernardo, I think. No, Luck died. Bernardo and a few of the Zolkin's thugs are currently being watched over by the guards. Meanwhile, the rest of you, including Daphne Featherstone, Lady Nandar's handmaiden, are currently standing around in the Nandar Library, which is on the second floor of kind of this circular room where the bottom floor is a den, and there's like a spiral staircase that goes up to the second floor where there are a number of books there. Books mainly on history and poetry and art and stuff like that. Nothing that really stands out as evidenced by Emin's thorough search of the library. However, there was one particular book that was in an indestructible case that somebody, I believe it was Kareem, had convinced Daphne to hand over a brass key which opened the case, and you were able to flip through the Nandar family lineage.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know if anybody got a chance to actually read that or not, but I did actually work on it after our last game, and you should be able to see it in your journal.
Have you added anything to it since you posted that email and said we should read it?
No.
Cool.
Daphne, this is amazing. I take out my book. Can I take some notes, copy some sketches? These things on the Nightstone, this is just amazing. And you let the Cloud Giants take it?
Oh, as long as you're careful with it, and no, I wouldn't let any Cloud Giants take it, but you're free to...
The Nightstone, it's gone. The Cloud Giants took it. Pay attention. Snap my fingers at her.
She says,
Also, can I keep this
I
rug?
didn't let them take it. No, you can't keep the book.
The rug. I point to the bearskin rug I'm still wearing.
She says, I guess, just...
Sweet. I need to find a tanner.
It's been here for a number of years, but I guess if you really want to wear it, that's fine.
It's bearskin cloak, because, those are amazing. And I need to replace my hat. I loaned it to some moron who I thought was going to be useful, but ended up being just a waste of my day. So, shrug, go back to writing down important things, particularly anything having to do with firsthand notes on the stone, its reaction to dragons, my own personal thoughts on the matter, editorialized in giant so no one else can read it when they look over my shoulder?
So you guys are like kind of all reading it as a group.
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. So I mean, it takes some time, obviously, to flip through and find all this information. I mean, you're sitting there, kind of all gathered around the book, reading it simultaneously for probably about an hour.
Oh man, my head's starting to hurt. Can someone start reading it aloud?
Is there pictures?
Oh. But actually, during that time, you hear a little bit of commotion outside. Thornburr and a few other folks, and it's not commotion in the sense that like something bad is happening. It's almost like you hear a lot of gasps of awe, and you hear somebody actually call out, because Daphne wasn't with you. You hear Daphne's voice call out, Thornburr, come out at once! And she's
I run out.
sure. Anybody following him?
No, I
I'll
take his
go.
space. I can occupy more volume of the book.
I'll go with
read
you.
the book. I'll
All
stay.
right. So
Where's
Thornburr and Zinfel go outside, and what you guys see, Thornburr, if you can move one spot to the left. What you guys see descending from the sky as like this ray of beaming light shining down on her is, for all intents and purposes, a fucking angel with red hair. The light's coming from nowhere. It's like the clouds have parted, and keep in mind it's nighttime. And it's just shining down on her as she's descending like into the open, kind of shattered and ruined courtyard that is this section of the keep. And she's got this benevolent kind of like smile on her face as she's looking at Thornburr himself. And you, Thornburr, immediately recognize who this is.
Of course.
All right. Seraphina.
Seraphina! Oh my goodness. Does she like descend upon me in flesh like this often?
No, this is the first time she's ever done that.
Well, good to see you. Wow.
She says, I see that you have made friends and brought them here to Nightstone. You have done well, Thornburr, to help these poor villagers. She,
Well,
everybody's just
thank
like in absolute, like I said, awe upon seeing this creature descend from the heavens, including you, Zinfel, as well. I don't know if anybody else is out there with you guys. Let's all look at this.
I could add her to my winged pets.
Whoa, whoa. Calm down, Zinfel. Seraphina, no one is her master, let me tell you.
Her feet kind of touch lightly on the ground. You can see that like everybody's just in stunned silence. And she says, I cannot stay long, but I wish to thank you for all you've done here. You have proven yourself worthy. She says, but your mission, your oath, is not over yet. She says very seriously.
Of course, I'm glad that I'm making Ilmater proud. And of course I'm not done. We have much to do.
She says, you do Ilmater proud. For that, I've been tasked with giving you his blessing. She says, all of you, your friends as well. And
Well,
then, go ahead.
we will honor that. I promise you. And I'm like bowing. I'm like kind of not even really looking at her straight. I can't. I'm like every once in a while I glance up at her face, but I'm like averting my eyes down at her feet.
So she says,
Meanwhile, I'm trying to
"Please."
pluck one of her feathers. looks nice.
Well, she's able to avoid you. Her wings are kind of like tucked behind her at the moment. And you can see she looks just like the picture. But when she says, please, there's no need to bow. You may rise. And when she says that, you see kind of like a golden glow appear over everyone in the party. So you, Zorana off in the middle of the town, Kareem and Emin, reading the book. Even all the guards and Daphne as well get this golden glow that appears on you, and then just quickly as it came, it fades. But you're left with kind of like a tingling sensation, like a feeling that, almost like a feeling of deja vu or some other sense of positivity that courses through you for a brief moment. But you can tell that it lingers there, like you can feel the energy that's just like held in the center of your chest. So, and from that, you can tell also that it is something that you can tap into if you wanted to, something that you could release to create some sort of effect, which is this, a blessing of heroism. Everybody sees that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
She says, I must go, for you have much to accomplish, many trials and tribulations in the days and weeks to come. She says, but before I do, may I see that blade?
I hand it up to her.
So you're handing her the two-handed sword, right?
Yeah, I turn it around and I like grip the blade in my hand, and I hand her the handle of my greatsword.
Okay. So she
of
looks
the one that I stole from.
Yeah. She looks it over and she says, "This weapon shall now be named Retribution." And when she says that, you see that it kind of glows real brightly for a moment, almost as if it's lit a flame, and then just as quickly it kind of dies down. But you can tell that the blade looks very different than what you initially saw Zulkan wield.
Oh wow, damn. I take it back and I say, thank you for these gifts you've bestowed upon us. We will do you proud. I promise that.
She nods. She says, if not for me, then for all matter.
Of course.
Everybody's eyes are like as wide as eggs. All those guards, even the thugs that are there. Even Bernardo's, he's just
Thornburst too.
He's just standing aside abashed. And then when she gives you back the blade, she begins to rise back up into the air. The clouds, as you're watching her, you see the clouds part, and then that golden ray of light that was appearing on her like a beacon, like a spotlight in a stage, dissipates with her as well.
Holy shit. I like hold my stomach. I'm feeling kind of nauseous. Wow. Did you see that, Zinfel? Did you guys see that? Was that just me? Nobody ever usually sees her. Did you guys see that?
I thought. I was trying to get some of her wing feathers, but she's quite wily.
That she is. That she is. Wow. Well, shit, should we go tell the other guys? That was pretty cool.
No, they didn't want to come out, so they don't get rewards.
I'm just off back there like, what the hell's going on? I'm on fire! He's like, I think you're on fire! No.
Wow, yeah, Thornburst, I'm just standing there looking at the blade.
All right.
That is nice.
I'm Mr. Thornburst, sir. One of the guards says, we don't really have a jail to put these men in. What do you want me to do with these people and the bodies, as he kind of surveys the dead bodies around here. I think there's like 3 dead bodies.
Well, we bury the bodies outside of town.
Burn them all.
As for these guards, I don't know what to do in this situation.
Well, we don't really have a leader among us. I mean, or a leader of the town itself either anymore. Now that man Zolkin's dead. Are you planning on sticking around, Thornburg, sir?
I don't think so. As much as I want to. I feel that I have a lot to do.
They kind of look really uncomfortable when you're, as you're speaking, and like they don't know what their fate's gonna be. Like you can see them all looking at each other. One guy's wringing his hands, another guy's eyes well up in tears.
Listen. It'll all be okay. I'm going to find Claire, the sister of Lady Velrosa.
Claire?
She
Daphne
will rule
says.
this.
She hasn't been seen here in a very long time, Thornburg. We don't even know where she is.
Well,
your friend was looking for her, actually. That other man.
Yes.
Her eyes meet Kareem's.
Dramatic entrance. I walk in.
Him. And she points at Kareem as he walks in.
Did you guys feel that? There was like this glow thing that just happened. That was weird. Anybody else feel that?
Oh, you missed it, man. My angel just came down.
Angel? What are you talking about?
They're all nodding their heads. It was beautiful, one of the guys says.
I mean, you've seen all the divine stuff, you know. I like kind of wave my hands at my shoulders where the wings come out.
The gods that I know of are much different than the ones that you know
of. Well,
they have
I
cow
don't know
heads
about
or
that,
something.
But it's true. One of them does.
Kareem,
Snakeheads, bird
is
heads.
this true? You've been looking for Lady Nandar's sister?
Yes. Didn't I?
I don't
Didn't
think
I
we've
tell
ever
you?
really talked about this. You may have mentioned it. I don't think we've ever really. Why are you looking for her?
It's a long story, my friend. A long story.
All right, I got time.
Well, let's make it the short story then. So,
That's good.
Basically-
I'm kind of tired.
I'm kind of tired.
I'm a fugitive in my land, and I need her to help me.
Well,
That's the short version.
Why? Daphne
we'll find her.
asks. Why do you need her to help you?
Well,
Are you-
I found her a long time ago, and I actually saved her. And then apparently she came back here and got caught again. So I'm going to try to save her again, so she can save me this time.
One of the guards says, "Wait, where are you from anyway?"
Moharan.
What was? And they kind of
What was
all
that?
just start looking at each other. And
Bless you.
and then Daphne says, "What was Lady Claire Nandar doing in Mulhorand?"
She was a slave.
And they all like start gasping and gossiping and all talking at once, kind of taken
For a
aback
wealthy
by
no-
that news.
And how can she?
I have no idea, to be honest. In fact, slavery is illegal where I'm from. But still, she somehow got caught up in that.
Huh.
And how can she help you?
Well, she's my only witness to what had happened that night. Actually, it was day.
Oh,
It sounded dramatic if I said night, so Anyway. Yes, she's my only witness. A nobleman died that day, and it was not my fault, I swear.
I trust you. You've only done good things.
Are you saying that you
As far
killed
as
a
I've seen.
nobleman?
No, he killed himself. Well, it was an accident. Things happened. He tripped, and he's a very old man. He hit a table, and it killed him instantly.
So, Lady Nandar can, I guess, prove that it was an accident?
Well, yes, if she comes to, my homeland and goes to trial with me, she could prove that I didn't think this through.
Well,
Look,
where is she now? Why would you come all the way here looking for her?
I don't have a plan. Do I look like the guy who has the plan? I don't know. I just need to talk to her. That's the first thing.
Did you find anything in that book I gave you? The journal that she was keeping?
Yes, I did. It said that she was taken to this place that I forgot the name of. Where is the note? I have it here somewhere. Just give me 1 second. I fuddle around looking for the note. Where's the note?
It's in the notes under chapter 1.
Oh.
It's right where the Nandar family lineage was.
Yes. It said something about a Mount Harmahast. Harmahast? Something like that. I don't know. It's apparently very dangerous according to her notes, and it's difficult to travel. This journal, it kind of went into the water, and some of the notes were a little smudged, so I only have the last page here.
That's right. Anybody speaks Dwarvish?
Nope.
Yes. I speak
It's somewhere
Dwarvish.
in Ironslag, I think.
So
The
Hammerhast
Yakfolk village?
in Dwarvish means Hammer of Ashes.
Ooh, Hammer of Ashes. That sounds epic. We should go there.
Yes, we should, for many reasons. I guess because the name is cool too.
And,
All right, let's start our
you
journey north.
You can also make me a history check.
Who, me?
History.
Anybody who is... anyone, really.
I'm trained in history, but I don't know about the history here.
Oh, not so historic.
No good, Zinfo.
Oh, actually, I'm not even trained in history. I lied.
I'm from around the north, but I'm not there.
I'll give it a shot. I might. Thornbur's not very smart, but sometimes he heard something somewhere.
Not this time.
No,
Sorry.
probably not. Usually it's a no.
So, Emin, I mean, you can... this place is windows, and Kareem, did you leave the door open?
To the
To that room?
the book room?
Yeah, the den
Yeah,
in the
sure.
library. So, Emin,
Oh.
you're kind of hunched over the book, but you can hear this conversation drifting up to where you're sitting.
Yeah.
Just
And-
wanted to point that out. Just if you don't care, that's totally fine too.
No, they're discussing amongst themselves. They're having a coffee talk. Let me know when I'm done taking notes and copying down everything of pertinence to the stone.
Sure. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna take about an hour.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
So, we have a lot of quests, my friends.
We do.
Well, before
Well-
you start going off on any quest, Daphne says, we really need to clean this place up. I'm not going to be leaving dead bodies here just to rot in the night. Is it okay
Do
if I
you want to burn
command
them?
some of the guards to take
Of course.
them?
Of course.
Let's burn them.
What time of day
Bonfire?
is it?
No,
Is
no.
it?
I don't want to burn them. Any bodies deserve a place in our cemetery, even if it is an unmarked grave.
Oh,
That's
where my people are from, we always burn the bodies. We usually keep their ashes.
Different strokes for different folks. That's what old Haral always said.
Well, as she starts cleaning up and she tells a couple of the guards to take up the body, she says, "Why do you keep their ashes?"
Yeah, keepsake. It's no different than your graves, really.
How many
It's like
ashes
they're always
can a
there.
body give? I imagine it would be a lot.
They go in urns and stuff like that. We also mummify our, elites, high noblemen and stuff like that. Women,
She pales when you say mummify. She says, "That sounds horrible."
stuff happens.
Like they turn into mummies and they attack people?
One of the guards says, "Mummies don't exist. Those are stories."
What? They're okay. Never mind. Cultural differences.
Well, I kind of thought that about giants too until the last couple weeks.
That they don't exist.
Say, Thornburg, you're gonna get back our Nightstone?
Well, of course. That's why I can't stay here. We got a lot of things to do.
I imagine it sure is heavy, one of the other guards says.
I'm sure it is.
Get some
Don't worry,
giants to help
friends.
us.
We have a thing called the magic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You got magic that can lift a big stone like that?
I'm sure there is something out there.
Yeah, we rode on a flying cloud castle. It was nuts.
Yeah, this is true.
You should meet us down at the inn later, and we'll tell you all the stories that we've had in the last week. It's been eventful. There's a squid man, a
Where
talking
is the squid
tree.
man? Wait,
Zerana
What have
went
we
and
done
got him. Zerana, where is
Oh.
she? Right? She went and got him, right? Is she back yet?
that's right. Maybe. I don't know what she's doing.
Let's go buy our friend Thornburg here a drink. I guess the rest of you fellas. Come on, let's go head down to the inn.
A drink sounds great.
So some of the guards stay behind and they start, taking the bodies. But a lot of the guards start leaving, kind of
I'm
poking.
gonna head out the window. Hey, somebody needs to come lock this up, or I'm keeping the book. And I throw a wink at what's her face.
Oh, Daphne comes
Daphne.
running into the room. Are you done?
Hello, beautiful. I don't know. Let me ask my alter ego.
She says, well, I guess just keep copying it till you're done.
That was a subtle hint that the DM should tell me whether or not I'm done.
You're not done yet.
It's been an hour.
Like I said, you're gonna take a little while to copy a lot of this information because you got to read through it all and then
You were trusting me just to put it back under glass and walk away and all that
No,
stuff.
I think I'm gonna just stay here and wait till you finish.
Aren't you wonderful? While you're here, would you mind fetching me some more ale? This is empty. And I just hand her my mug and go back to what I was doing.
She gives you a look. Then she snatches your mug and walks out.
Please.
Kind of pouty. Fine. All right.
Well.
So you do find an interesting tidbit in the notes about Claire when you start reviewing the more recent history.
All ears and notepaper.
Well, it's in the notes.
Oh, I thought it meant something else.
No.
Yeah. I jot that down too, since it sounds like all of a sudden we're going to go rescue her as well from some god knows where realm of the nine hells. So I draw some circles with lines around it and link it to another part of my note.
All right. So, the guards, like I said, they escort Thornburg, kind of asking him questions. You're kind of small talking with them, telling them about your recent exploits, Thornburg. And the rest of you guys go across the bridge and back into the center of town. So you find Lord Artrin there, kind of poking a stick into the dirt. He looks really miserable. And then Zorana like occasionally splashes him with water, and he is so apathetic. He's just like whatever. Meanwhile, Morak is kind of like cleaning up. He's got like a big pile of junk in front of his door, like broken furniture, other things that the Zentarum left behind, and Hyrule seems to be helping him.
Hey guys, welcome back. Did you know a fun fact about 100 pounds of body weight is about 7 cups of ashes?
Wow, that is a very interesting fact.
Why
I don't know how I
this?
suddenly remembered this information.
7 pounds of ashes, Jesus.
No, 7 cups. 7 cups.
Oh,
of
7
ashes.
cups.
It's not that much. 100 pounds will come out to 7 cups.
Wow.
Yeah.
I knew this already.
Well, you happen to have an urn with you.
We do have an urn.
That urn has ashes in it.
I don't know how many pounds the guy weighed.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about ashes anyway?
I don't know. Just came across my mind. I don't know.
So wait, what are we doing? We're gonna go drink? Is that what's going on? In a bar?
They're buying you drinks and they want to hear your stories. That's what it seems. It seems like.
Okay.
I found Artan. Look at him.
Oh, so Morak, you know, he seems elated to see you guys, and he says, "Welcome back. Oh, I'm so glad for what you did, boys and girls. Come on in and have a drink or 2 or 4."
Sounds good.
All right. Hyrule says, "You look different." To Thornburg.
Yeah, I've told you about Seraphina. She came to me. It was fucking crazy. She came in the flesh in front of me, touched my sword. I'll show him the sword. It came all crazy. She said some things and we all started glowing gold, and I feel like there's this crazy god thing inside me that I can do. It was all... A lot has happened, old man. Come. And I grasped him tightly around the shoulder. Come have a drink. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, he seems really surprised when you're telling him all this, but yeah, he nods his head, and he listens to your stories intently, along with all the other people there as well. Eventually, Emin, you do finish.
So while I'm there, I'll chat her up about growing up in the keep and just try to pick up a little local area knowledge and see if she can add anything of flavor and substance to kind of flesh out what's in the words, and do my best to charm her.
Okay. Charmer. All right, so why don't you go ahead and make me a persuasion check. Are you spending a significant amount of time with her? Or are you doing this like while you're copying down the book?
While I'm copying, then I'll stop and chat with her, make eye contact.
Okay.
The non-verbal communication skills that make someone think that you're paying attention and care about what they have to say.
And are you being truthful? Like you're genuinely interested in her? Or are you just doing this to, you know, I guess be a little bit manipulative and just trying to get information out of her? Or it could be both.
Definitely both.
All right. Okay. Yeah, she definitely seems a little taken aback by the interest, considering that she's had no emotional contact with everybody, with anyone really in some time. She doesn't really reveal anything new to you, though, just compared to what you know already about the local area and the book itself. But you do find out that she's been a childhood friend of Lady Nandar for quite some time, and she does, when you guys talk about Claire, she does reveal that Claire always had kind of like a not a drug problem, but definitely some sort of issue with substances.
A drug problem.
How is it not a drug problem?
Well, she never let it like get to the point where it like destroyed her life. She just liked to enjoy a little bit more often than other people.
Oh, so she was a carouser.
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
Claire
Okay.
was?
Oh, we don't want her ruling this town.
So she liked to party. That's fine.
Interesting.
So does she mention anything about, like tree houses in the woods she liked to hide at where we could go find her and short circuit this whole let's go track all over Farron for Claire?
No.
All right.
Wishful thinking, but no.
Here's the hoping. So when we're done, I thank her and help her lock up the book, and then I offer her my arm, and we walk back to wherever the hell everybody else is. Lather goes, so where'd everybody else wander off to?
She kind of is hesitant to leave the keep because she wants to clean up. Well, she says, it was very nice meeting you, Emin. Perhaps.
Wait. They're all leaving you here to clean up all these bodies and blood and gore by yourself?
We kind of did, huh? That wasn't
That
smart.
is pretty
The
fucked
bodies
up.
have been taken away, but there's a number of other broken
I mean,
furniture
look,
and
there's
other
any bits of brain all over that.
things. Oh, yeah, I guess it can wait till tomorrow. She nods.
Yes, I think you're in need of a good stiff drink. Come, I'll buy.
All right. So she does follow you outside of the keep and to the inn, where you guys spend the rest of the night, carousing and sharing stories and pretty much enjoying yourselves. In terms of the thugs and Bernardo, they are locked into the guardhouse and obviously stripped of their weapons. So you know that little guardhouse that was right next to the keep, where the guards were being kept overnight and without their spears?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly where the where the thugs and Bernardo were put in.
Cool.
And a couple of guards were left behind to stand watch.
Great.
Okay, anybody doing anything for the rest of the night?
Sleeping,
I was-
probably.
I was gonna chat with Morak. Say, hey Morak, I had a question.
Perhaps I have an answer. What is it that I can help you with, lass?
We met the elves of the Ardeep Forest last night, and they said that when we asked for their help and tried, and they said specifically that they didn't want to help because you were here. Why would that be?
Meh. There's bad blood. That's all. Well, let's just say that, when those elves attacked Nightstone some time ago and they shot Lord Dreslin from the top of the keep, that's the day that I finally hung up my axe after I killed one of that elf's friends. I don't really like to talk about it. It was the last life I took, and I think it's better that I just move on and not try to get in the way of any other elves in the future.
Apologize for asking.
Is anyone around this conversation?
Yeah, we're all at the inn. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
you guys are all.
Yeah. We're all
Wait,
talking.
Zarana,
Yes.
you talked with elves? What are you talking about?
I told you guys this the other night.
Oh. You did?
Maybe you were half asleep.
I don't remember.
You were half asleep, probably. Here. have
Ah,
some more
whatever. Hey.
Well, Marek, maybe if people of the town would be interested sometime, you could go and bring offerings to them. I'm sure it wouldn't hurt to have allies, especially since you're neighbors.
Offerings to the elves. Well, I don't really know what elves, what kind of offerings they would like. Berries or maybe a
Ah,
bundle of
maybe.
leaves.
Screw the
mean,
elves.
I don't
Maybe
think those
don't
elves of
kill
the Ardeep
stuff.
want anything to do with us, to be honest. And frankly, considering the way they attacked that town a decade ago, I don't think I want anything to do with them either.
Hey, Morak,
What?
have you seen our other friends around? The Dragonborn and the human who had a limp in his walk, in a weird accent.
Yeah, right after we parted ways, you and I, they came by, and the Zentarum wouldn't let them in. So I think they just parted ways together, and I haven't seen them since.
Interesting. Okay.
I wish I could tell you more, but what's done is done.
Thornberg,
Yeah.
you told us. I told you my story, or at least some of it. What is your story? Who is that lady?
Oh, that's Seraphina. That's my. She's my angel. She's my angelic guide. That She's been around as long as I can remember.
You have a guide? Why do you have a guide? How does that work?
Well, you've seen the wings and such. I've been able to do these things since I was a little baby. I had, special abilities that Ilmater has given me to go do deeds in his name.
Who's Ilnathar?
That's my homeboy up in the seven heavens or whatever they are here.
Homeboy.
Yeah, that's Ilmater is he's a god, the best god if you ask me. He's all about endurance through suffering.
Through suffering?
Oh yes.
What have you suffered?
I kind of like my cheery, drunken demeanor kind of fades a little bit.
Oh shit.
What do you mean? What have I suffer?
I thought
I'm from this town. Do you see? Look around you.
they have suffered.
Stones were dropped on my friends and family.
Okay, I get you.
I kind of step back and
I'm gonna walk away.
I take a big drink.
Tap Thornberg's shoulder to calm it down a bit. It's gonna be
Yeah,
okay.
Haral says, "Oh, Thornberg, son, I'm going to retire for the night. My old bones can't stay up very late these days."
Oh, of course. Take care, old man. It's great to see you.
And you as well. Please, don't leave without saying goodbye. Perhaps we can visit Evelyn's grave.
Yes, that would be lovely.
He gets,
Is
he gets a little morose and sad when he says that, but he pats you on the shoulder and he says, "Have a good night."
I guess I wouldn't have seen her grave yet because I've been gone since the attack. Right?
Yes, that's right.
All right. Yeah, I look forward to that. We'll do that tomorrow. Okay. Good night, old man.
Good night, my boy. He waves goodbye at the rest of you guys with a nod of his head. He shuffles out of the inn.
I take another big drink, and Thornber doesn't drink very much, so he's been pretty saucy.
Well, the guards keep buying you drinks. Before you know it, you're quite deep in your cups.
good.
Well, I think I'm going to head to bed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Where do we sleep around there?
Oh, I'll get you a couple of rooms, you know. Still doing repairs, as you could tell by the big stone in the back there, but I got a few rooms to spare.
Okay. I'll take one of those.
Do you have like a small puddle here for Lord Artan? Maybe a fancy tub.
He looks at Lord Artan and he seems disgusted by him. No, but you know, I have a tub he could use. If the man doesn't mind sleeping in that. Lord Artan says, "Whatever, man."
Poor guy.
He's got his head in his hands.
My dear lord, we will get you out of here.
I hope
worry.
so.
On the morrow.
I can stand of this town.
I know.
You think this town is bad?
he's like
Just
an
wait.
everything.
It's going to get worse. Trust me.
Can't you just take me back to Yartar already?
Hey, you're welcome
It's
to walk.
on our list of things to do.
Tomorrow we'll head to Waterdeep. Get
Right,
some
and
passage north.
Yeah, we can take a boat up the river.
Finally, a civilized city. Morak just gives him a sidelong glance, like, you asshole. He takes Lord Artan's cup away and he says, "That's it, enough ale for you. Now you just get water."
Well, he can't even drink, can he? Like, he's like problems drinking.
Yeah, he's got the water cup in his hand and he's like, you know, he's like shaking with it. Morak's just like looking at him like,
Has he eaten? Have we? I'm sure we fed him, right?
yeah, he
Right,
eats,
it is-
but he only eats like really wet, soggy food. So mostly he's just eating bread.
That's not good. He needs some help.
He looks at you and
Imagine
says,
have, like,
"No
a spray
shit." Yeah, I need some help.
Okay.
Alright. Anybody else doing anything?
No, Thornbird goes to bed.
Same.
Rest.
Alright. When Daphne leaves for the night, she gives Emmon a little kiss on the cheek and heads back up to the keep.
Damn.
And you guys are given your rooms, and shortly after daybreak, you know, people start to wake up. Morak says, "Hey, breakfast is ready if you want some. I can prepare some eggs and the ham and whatever else we got that the Zentarum didn't eat already. I'll have to arrange for some better food and other things to be brought in. So I'll probably be heading out soon."
So is this the next day?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any food for travel that we could take with us? Rations.
That's all I have. Anything that, like sausages, dried sausages, and cheese, and some hard bread.
Sounds good. I think I'm out of stuff.
I'll
Have
prepare you
eggs,
some things.
Ham and cheese.
Alright. So he gives you some dried ham, and they have plenty of eggs because there's chickens.
Cool.
So, where to? Waterdeep, where we can see the flying castle and get rid of this guy, take him to the Temple of Vestitia, see if they can fix his ailment.
That's the plan.
Vestitia? Lord Artan says. What the hell
Oh,
is
he's part
that?
fish. She's goddess of water. I mean, who else would you go talk to? Just saying. Go to the source.
He nods his head. I think I like the sound
Who?
of that.
What is Astitia?
Oral's icy tits, man. The goddess of water, elemental being.
Never heard of it. I see tits.
Ah.
The cold
I
hugger.
just kind of look at him. The weird look on his face, like, what are you talking about?
I'm kind of concerned about leaving this town defenseless against this snail character. But I'm
We
thinking,
could appoint a leader. Bernardo, perhaps.
We
Wait,
should-
he's one of the bad guys.
Hey, now, he helped out. We also said that we would give them all a chance to join up with the local militia or town or some rehabilitation project some old dude was talking about. I wasn't really paying attention. I was wiping the blood off my pants.
Maybe that priest guy would like to run the town. Or Morak. He seems to be
yeah, let's
friendly with everyone.
Hey Morak, what do you think about taking over the governance of this town for a little while until someone else can step in?
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not much of a leader. I got an inn to run, and I got goods to bring in. You see, I'm more of a merchant, my friend. I guess he kind of shrugs.
Well, who would you put in charge? Daphne?
Well, she does have leadership experience, considering how much time she spent with Lady Nandar.
Well, doesn't that sound like a brilliant idea?
Yeah.
It'd
I can
probably
see
be
Daphne.
only temporary until the Nandars return. If you could find them, that is.
Well, Lady Nandar's brother's over in Waterdeep, yeah?
That's right.
Brother.
That's where Lord Drislin went about 10 years ago after the elf attack.
But he can't come back.
He's got a look on his face, though, when he says that.
Yeah,
Wait, who's that?
Well, yeah. Go ahead,
that
you
was
tell
Lady-
the story, man.
yeah. That was I don't know much about it. That was Lady Nandar's brother. And when the elves attacked, he got hurt and went back to Waterdeep, and I heard rumors that he wasn't allowed to come back. That was part of the truce with the elves, I think.
Yep.
But I don't really know much about it.
That's right. So we definitely don't want him coming back unless you want elves knocking on your doorstep and...
When do elves run the town?
The elves did say whatever truce that there was no longer. So, I mean, I wouldn't,
Yeah.
you know,
they said that to you?
That's like throwing.
they did say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Well,
I mean, that's
shit.
just like pissing in somebody's porridge. No, here's the guy that you said you want out. You know, you broke the truce, but here, we're bringing it back. Oh,
No,
it's a
yeah,
They
preparation
broke the
for war.
truce.
We want to get that truce back. I feel like we don't want to make it. Yeah, I
Sure,
don't know.
Daphne can handle it. I'll go talk to her. I get up and go find her.
Isn't she there with us? No, wait. I guess we did see
No, we're at
in the
breakfast
morning.
now. Yeah.
Never mind.
Yes, she's back at the keep. Is anybody going with Emmon?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I guess we should probably clean up there, huh? So, I'll head over there.
Yeah,
too.
we should go. Yeah, that's a good call. We should go help.
I'll help clean this time.
So you pass a couple of the guards escorting the guys that were taken prisoner last night, including Bernardo, and they don't really say anything to you. They just say, "I gotta bring these men over to Hyrule and see what he wants to do with them." Is that all right with you, Thornburg?
Yeah, sounds good. He was saying that he wanted to see if any of them want to join up, or else I think we're just gonna send them on their way. But I'm not. Go ask him. He had a plan. Yeah, he'll know what to do.
What do their faces look like? Like, the prisoners? Are they resentful? Are they scared? What are they looking like?
They don't look scared. They... Go ahead. Why don't you make me an active insight check?
Sure. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. You can tell that they got looks on their faces like they can't wait to get the fuck out of here, and it doesn't look like they're going to join up anytime soon.
This program sounds great, guys. I'm sure they're gonna do fine.
You even see Bernardo kind of like chuckle under his breath at that.
This is a terrible idea.
Well, I'm glad we have your confidence, Kareem. That means a lot.
You know me.
Well, so the guards go on their way, taking him to the temple, and you guys head over to the keep where you find Daphne on her hands and knees scrubbing blood out of the floor.
Oh, before we get there, I kind of offhandedly comment, this would be a really nice place to spend some time, enjoy the outdoors, fresh food. Man, if I went back to my cult affiliation after failing so miserably, I'm sure they'd execute me. Yeah. Wouldn't want to run back to anybody I was working for. That would just be embarrassing. Such a nice place. Hey, do you guys have any houses for rent? I'm looking to acquire some property. I talked to some local town person.
Why don't you make a persuasion check with disadvantage?
So I just roll regular and you take the low one?
Yeah, that's right.
Do I use it? Do I not use it?
Do it.
Yeah, I was going to save it for Daphne. She's going to need some convincing. Screw it. How do I... Come on. I got the cat face down on the keyboard and I can't drag my token.
Right, click on the token and then drag it.
Oh, my mistake. There we go. All that, just the roll regular. Persuasion.
I don't even know where it is, but okay. I see that you did spend it.
By the way, Joe, I have a question.
No.
That blessed thing that happened?
No.
No.
That blessed thing that happened?
Yes.
Oh,
How does
wasted.
that work? Nice.
How does that work?
25.
It's in the journal.
Yeah, but like
Is it a one-time use or like
Is-
per
yeah.
day? It didn't say that.
Susan said.
That's what I was wondering.
Oh, did it? Give me
Is
a
it forever?
second. Yeah.
Can we do it many times as we want? Can I do it every day? Can I do it right now?
Every hour.
Okay, yes, you're right.
Refresh.
I did not indicate that that it is a one-time use.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, thank you.
I'll,
And
I'll put
there's
that in.
no like.
I just added that sentence in.
So if I want to do it at like the last episode, I just want to save it just for the meme.
Yes, you could.
I can
technically.
wait.
It never expires.
Thank you. Okay. Cool.
It's kind of like just this feeling in the center of your chest, Like
Definitely gotta do it at the end then.
Well, you definitely notice a visible change in the faces of some of the thugs as they kind of just look over each other and they nod at those words that Emin just said.
What about Bernard specifically?
Bernardo just kind of keeps his head down and his eyes on the floor.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't seem to be smirking.
Interesting.
As for the guards telling you, about property, they kind of look a little uncomfortable, but one of them does say, well, I guess there's the houses of the Zelbrans. The Zelbrun house is pretty empty. If you guys remember, the Zelbrun house is where you found relics and the elderly couple that died.
Oh yes.
It was the Yeti's parents.
There's a boulder through half the house.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
Alright.
maybe we'll have to build
Times.
some more structures.
Sure. So you can always build new property, I guess. But you go across the bridge, and you get back to the keep, and you find Daphne on her hands and knees, wearing a smock, her hair's up in a bun. She's got a mop near her, and she's scrubbing the floor, like getting blood out of the floor. Otherwise, the place looks pretty cleaned up. Things aren't all scattered around. The brain matter has been picked up.
So it's all clean? She got it all?
No. It's got a lot of work to do,
Oh.
but she's
Okay.
she's definitely started the process.
You need help, my friend.
You're back. No. Thank you for offering. As she gets up, and her eyes linger on Emin for a second longer than the rest of you guys. She blushes a little bit, and she says, well, is there something I can help you with? Did you want to take a look at the book again?
Maybe later. Why don't you come have a seat out for my hand and walk over to the table and we sit down?
Well, but I have so much work to do. I'm really
Yes.
not in a state to relax.
I know,
She kind
but
of
we have
blushes
something
and looks down for a second, but you
very
take her
important.
hand and you lead her to the table.
I work the mop.
You work them up, you pick it up, and you start mopping the floor.
Hell yeah.
She looks at you for a second. Have you done that kind of housework before?
I'm sure I cleaned the forge when I was, with my brother.
Okay,
But,
so you know what you're doing.
yeah.
All right.
Enough to know. Yeah. Maybe.
So she seems satisfied with what you were doing. So
Cool.
as her eyes linger on you for a second, just to make sure you're not doing it wrong or messing things up.
Can I mess some things up just because?
You could, if you wanted to be a jerk about it. But yeah,
No.
sure.
No. It's fine.
I don't know what the rest of you guys are doing.
So Daphne, here's the thing. And this might sound crazy, so I just want you to hear us out. Okay?
She puts her hands on her knees and sits up real straight. Okay.
So we spoke with the other town's members, and we all feel that for the time being, you're the best person qualified to take over the rebuilding of the town and overseeing everyone.
She kind of seems taken aback by that. And then she says, What? Why
So-
me?
Because of all the time you spent in close proximity to the families that ran things here, you would have the one with the most exposure and the best chance of doing things in a proper, thought-out, logical, and rational manner. Everyone else, I don't think they can handle it, frankly. And the town really needs a leader right now. And you're young and strong and dedicated, and I think you can handle it.
She kind of is stunned silently for a moment or two, and she looks down, and you can kind of see her lips moving as if she's thinking to herself out loud. And she says, after a moment, she lifts her head and she says, I don't think I could take that sort of responsibility. I'm just a commoner. I mean, yeah, I did help Lady Nandar with her day-to-day activities, but I don't know how to run a town.
Well, think about it like this. The Nandars did it, and you only become a noble because somebody wrote your name on a piece of paper. That's really all there is to it.
But the Nandars come from a long line of...
Yeah, a long time ago, somebody wrote their name on a piece of paper and they had children. That's kind of all it boils down to. So, it doesn't have to be forever, just for the time being, until maybe we can find Claire, because I hear that's going around, or figure out something else. But right now, they really need somebody to take care of things. And that's you.
But what do the other townsfolk say about it? Are they fine with this?
Well,
They didn't put my
Once-
name forward, did they?
It was Morak who put your name
I
forward.
throw him an elbow.
Morak. I'm gonna have a stern word with that dwarf.
But if Thornburr thinks it's a good idea, since he was he really visited by an angel? I heard about this last night. Did that happen?
Her
true.
eyes go up real wide. She says, "Yes, an angel
Aw.
literally came out of the sky and spoke to him. Why
Crap.
don't you stay, Thornburr? Why don't you lead these people?"
Hey, he's more of a warrior. Look at him, huge,
The
imposing,
man who was
giant sword.
visited by an angel just put your name forward, though. I mean,
I put
That
my
means-
I put my hand on her shoulder, and I say, I wish I could stay home. I wish I could. Believe me, but desperate times are upon us, and we need to step up into great deeds. And I know this isn't what you asked for, but somebody needs to keep some order in this town. And I truly believe you're the best suited for this job. We all do. So So what do you say?
But when the town was attacked, I didn't even take the villagers out of here. It was Morak who led them all out into the caves. I mean, I guess.
Well, it sounds like Morak would make an excellent counselor for you, to give you lots of help, since he's the one that, stuck his foot in all this. I think that's only fair. And I wink at it.
Indeed, you don't need to do this alone.
Alright, so why don't you guys make me a persuasion check with advantage? Since I had more than one person chime in there. And whoever wants to make the check is fine. It doesn't matter if it's Eric or Thornburr.
Yeah, I roll a +10.
Yeah, and you were doing most of the talking.
No.
Nice.
It doesn't matter who's doing the talking. When you get a choice, you take the highest roll. So I roll a +10. No? Nobody else? No takers?
Nope.
Cross your fingers.
Kareem's doing a mop check.
I'll take that 26.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right. I guess I'll take this on, but only temporarily until you find maybe Nandar and bring her back here, or convince Lord Dreslin to come back and take over.
Good plan. We'll work on that.
And you think we'll be safe?
I sure hope so. We're gonna try and find help for you. Our first stop is Waterdeep, and we're gonna do our best to find you some help.
She nods. Very well. Good luck. Stay as long as you like. I guess I'll go back to cleaning the floors.
Yeah, no. See, you need somebody else to do that for you because you have other things to do. Like
we can do this.
I was thinking more like some of the guards that aren't doing anything because we've got to be on our way. We've got that fish guy that we need to go put in a bucket and take back to Waterdeep. But why don't you go sit and talk with your new advisors and say, hey, you're going to run things since they're too busy to do it.
Okay.
Yes, but Floor's somebody else. You have other things to do, like getting food to make sure everybody's got enough to eat, and how to deal with weapons to arm the guards, and then I'm sure you'll do fine.
I think your priority should be defense. Right now, this town is weak. The elves know it. The snail knows it.
All right, I think that's enough for now. We don't really want to terrify her.
The snail? She seems confused by the snail.
Oh, that's right.
Just keep some salt around.
Yes.
It'll be fine.
All right. So with that, you convince her to leave the keep. You go back to the center of town. All the townsfolk, all 25, 30 of them, not including the guards, come out. You see that all of the thugs are there, like they remain behind, but that Bernardo is no longer with the group. Like you don't see him anywhere in the crowd of people that are standing out in the middle of town. But I'm not going to go through this entire conversation, but essentially you reiterate to the townsfolk that Daphne's going to be taken over, and that she's going to be the leader temporarily until the Nandars are brought back. And it looks like the townsfolk are very receptive to that. They agree. They seem happy for her. She's, abashed. And her and Morak begin to have conversations about what they're going to do for defense and resupplying the town. Leaving you guys to do whatever it is that you want to do.
Well,
Let's go. Let's travel.
I got one more thing to do. I gotta go see Haral. I could meet you outside and give me like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Do we
take
have
your time.
horses?
Just by the gates.
I have an elk.
We'll make practice.
So when the Zentarum escaped the town, they took all the horses.
Damn it.
But you do find Haral, no problem. And by the way, it's about almost noon by this time.
Yeah, so I just wanted to meet up with her all and go to Evelyn's grave and like bring some flowers and then do a little ceremony and then leave. We don't need to like role play it out, but
Okay.
I just wanted to mention it.
All right. So you're able to do that, and Roral does tell you, you know, he held a little funeral for all the dead. After
Good.
their bodies were removed under the rubble and boulders and stuff like that. So
Good.
But he teaches you the words, and then he wishes you luck and, you know, a blessing, so that way you're able to get the vengeance against the giants for doing this.
Yes. There will be vengeance.
Well, so Morak, you know, he says he wants to go with you. He says, well, if you're really heading up to Waterdeep, I could sure use the escort so I can get the goods that I need to bring back. And then we could bring a couple of the guards with us as well, so that way I have some guards to escort me back to Nightstone.
Of course.
If you don't mind, that is. If that's truly the way that you're going.
Aye, it is. I think that would be fine.
Aye. Alright.
Do you,
A watering can we could borrow?
A what?
A watering can?
That's
We need to get a
hilarious.
barrel
I love it.
to put him in, and maybe a cart that we could hitch.
They actually, yeah, I'm certain they have probably an extra cart, in the stable, or actually this one that's right here in the center of town, on the map. So you can take that cart, hitch it to Winter,
Winter?
you know,
I don't know if Winter likes that.
get a barrel, fill it
He
with
doesn't
water,
like
and
it.
then Artan could just sit in the barrel.
Give him extra treats.
Mmm, soggy bread.
We're talking about Winter, but you know. Doggy bread treats. We'll just keep feeding. Are we traveling? Is that where we're going? We're doing
Yeah,
it?
unless you guys have other things you want to do.
I'm ready to go, my friends.
I've been ready to go to Waterdeep for days.
Oh, so Zinfeld, I just want to remind you, now today is Myrtle the 8th.
Oh, God. Is that 6 days, 5 days? Jeez.
Wait, what's the date on your book, Penguin? Zinfeld, how long until you have to bring that book back?
Where is it? Looking it up. Don't. Oh God, there's so many notes.
Just
I
type
know,
it in the
right?
search.
There's
There's a search?
There it
Yeah,
is.
you guys don't have a search up at the top there?
Wait.
No.
No.
Oh, you don't? Oh, that
Wait.
sucks.
Yeah, we do. It's in the
Yeah, it does
compendium,
suck.
right? You can search the compendium, can't you? And it gives you the same stuff that's in like our
Oh, does it?
stuff. I don't know, maybe. If it searches our notes or not.
Book.
I don't have any search things.
Oh, that's
There we go.
interesting. Well, I found it for you, and I.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so it's the 8th, you said?
Yeah.
We're not going to make it, probably.
7 days. No, it should be fine if we go by boat. I don't plan on going up the river. I plan on going by the sea. Gonna stop at Neverwinter first, and then mosey on over to Yartar from there, using the same trail I used to travel back and forth to Silvery Moon. But yeah, I think I still have time.
So
I could get a fast boat.
don't forget the reason why you were down here in the first place. Zinfo? Do you remember?
I was down here. Oh, yeah. I have a failed mission.
Remember, you had a long stakeout? You were supposed to relieve a bring end of a chest of stolen goods, rumored to contain old scrolls from Old Farlorn.
That's in Daggerford. That's not a good place to go.
If you have a letter, take to Daggerford. You can sneak in. Sneak out.
Screw Daggerford. There's snails there. I don't want to go there.
Snails are slow. You can outrun them.
All right, so moving you guys to the map here of the Sword Coast. You're currently in Nightstone. If you take a straight shot, over the without taking the road, it is about 32 miles, but you have to cross the river somewhere. So you probably have to go from Nightstone to here, which would take you maybe about 5 hours, and then cross over that bridge, and then directly to Waterdeep, which would probably take you another 5 hours of travel. So you could probably get there in a day. But you'd be a little exhausted by the end of the night. And considering that it's about noon right now.
No time to waste then. Let's go.
Yep,
There's cities,
that's right.
buildings,
Rough
civilization.
along. Wait, we're gonna go over the river, or are we just gonna go
No.
here?
Not over the river.
Yeah, so you're
Right
going
here.
to the crossing, and then, right,
Okay.
exactly,
Fair
just like whoever did that. I think
I
it was
just-
Eric. Okay, let's take a couple of minutes break, because I have to go to the restroom. So why don't we come
Okay.
back at 9:30?
Okay.
Not really. Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, sorry. Diggy.
All right, do we have the other two Erics back?
I'm here.
I don't know.
All right, I don't think we have the other Eric back yet.
Ugh. So we're gonna go to Daggerford. Gonna say hi to the snail.
Oh, you are going to go to Daggerford.
No.
Definitely, 100%. We're going to Daggerford.
Up to you guys.
Although I'm afraid Daggerford is gonna start attacking Nightstone, and we're not gonna be there to help him.
Who
That's why you guys
cares?
trade on your relationship. Send those orders to
Wonder cares?
the Gauntlet to go fix it.
What was that, Eric?
I said trade on your relationships and send the Order of the Green Gauntlet or whatever those idiots are to go defend it. Use your
We
factions.
saved them twice. They have to save themselves sometime.
And create interconnections with your factions.
There's like
That's what the faction
25
guide's there
people
for.
there.
They should call upon the help of Waterdeep.
That's what I was thinking. Would be a good idea.
All right, well, So you eat some lunch, you leave town with Morak and a couple of guards and Lord Artan in tow. And the journey over the wilderness, approximately west, toward the bridge that goes across the Desireen River, is very uneventful. Nothing really happens during that time. At some point, though, you do see. Let me just look at numbers here in terms of perception. Zinfel, you do spot in the distance a very large winged shape in the north. Probably about a couple, like winged, like very large and winged and kind of glinty in the sun.
Glinty?
Yeah.
That's no bird. Metallic? Like glint?
Yes.
It's a plane.
Flying metal birds to the north.
Now you can make me a Arcana check. Okay. Not really sure what it could be.
Yeah, that's probably that dragon that they've got the flyers up about. I think we should ignore it and keep going. Dragons mean business.
Can we all see it, or just info?
Just Zinfel. Emin.
Communicate a little clearer, GM. Forget I said anything. I go back to whistling.
Unless, Zinfel points it out to the rest of the party, nobody else is going to notice it.
No, I'm just gonna keep an eye on it, see if it's getting larger coming this way.
Nope, it seems to be flying away from you.
Oh. Well, it's nothing of importance.
I'm sure it is.
It's only important if it's coming to us.
Seeing a 747 in the skies. Whatever. He's going somewhere, doing something.
It's Zephyros. He's come back for us. Would really like to fly in the Cloud Castle again.
Unfortunately, no, that's not Zephyros. Eventually, whatever it is that's flying disappears from your sight and just flies into the horizon to the north. So you get back to the high road, like I said, about 5 o'clock. And at this point, once you cross over the bridge that goes across the Descent River and start traveling on the high road, you find that traffic along the road has definitely picked up. You see that there are a number of guards going to Waterdeep, not guards, but also merchant caravans and other travelers on the road, like pilgrims and random people, traveling to and from Waterdeep. So the high road's relatively busy. But you do notice that it's very well guarded. So, just like when you initially traveled from Waterdeep to Nightstone, Kareem, it's just like that time. And 5 hours later, after the sun has set and you guys are traveling more or less in the dark, you do reach Waterdeep at about 10 p.m.
So before we get there, do I know what the heraldry of the noble family that we pissed off, that shithead in that town?
Okay. You're talking about Harn?
I don't know. I'm thumbing through notes trying to figure it out. But he was the guard that was holding back the other guards when we were being attacked by giants.
Oh,
And then we got him in trouble. It was a big brouhaha. He got sent back in shame. We should probably avoid his people.
Yeah, he was the ruler of Golden Fields when we got there, and then they demoted him. Hantinus.
Handsome.
Put him in jail.
Hantinus.
Sent him back to yeah. So I want to know what his family looks like, so I can caution others. This is what his sigil looks like. Watch out for people like this. We'd like to avoid them.
Yep, that's right. So that's Hantinus Tarn that you're talking about. You know that his sigil is a red horn on a dark green swirling field.
All right, everybody got that? Red horn, swirling green field. keep an eye out. We should not make eye contact. Don't go into buildings with them. Make sure they're not following us. Just better if they don't know we're here.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
Excellent.
Let me
Maybe.
just make a note of that. So that's the Tarm family. Yeah, it's been some time since you left Goldenfield, so it's very likely that he is back in town. Alright, so that being said, you arrive at the city of Waterdeep, otherwise known as the City of Splendors. And despite it being currently nighttime, you find a very bustling, walled city, the largest city and most populous city on the, or at least one of them, on the Sword Coast. It smells strongly of the sea here. Waterdeep is divided into several different wards, and when you arrive, you're actually coming through to the southern ward of the city itself, which leads to the high road. There's actually two entrances there, but both of them lead into the same place. Okay, so give me 1 second here to adjust the music.
Just as I remember it. When I was briefly here.
Yeah. So, what is the plan? I mean, like I said, you can see there are a number of merchants. There's noble people mixed in the street alongside dock workers, people that live in town. The Southern Ward itself, if you want to, you can make a check to know a little bit more about it. Well, you can see around you, once you go through the gates, there are large, tall, old warehouses made of stone, mud brick, or timber. And then you see crowded among them are a lot of 3- and 4-floor tenement buildings. A lot of them have shops at the street level. Most of the shops, obviously, being this late at night, are closed. But shops range from like food places selling food to clothing to other assortments of goods like pots and pans and shoes and things like that. You can see different.
Sorry.
You can see that there are signs on the roads that indicate different landmarks that possibly exist within this ward, like Caravan Court and Weymouth, and all things that you don't really know too much about because none of you are from Waterdeep. You see another sign that says Metal Masters Hall this way, and but this particular town, this particular ward, Zinfell, and only Zinfell really knows this, is notable for being the working class district. So most of the smiths and metal forgers make their homes here.
This is the workers' district. This is not where we want to be.
It's late. We should be in an inn and off the street because we're targets right now for thieves and other things.
Quite right. I think there's a nice place to stay around the corner here. Perhaps.
So that's the first thing you're doing is you're looking for an inn?
Yeah, 10 o'clock at night.
You can get us information too.
Yeah, I could talk to the barkeep.
Alright. Okay, so give me 1 second. You find an inn called the Slaughtered Horde.
No. That sounds interesting.
And what you see when
nice
you go
place right around the corner here.
what you see when you approach it is kind of a place with dingy-looking windows. You could tell there's a lot of smoke inside. You can hear just a couple, the din of voices maybe speaking, but not too many. It doesn't seem like it's very full at the moment. If this is an inn that you're interested in, you're more than welcome to go inside.
This looks family friendly.
Wait, is this called the Slaughtered Whore?
The Slaughtered Horde.
Horde.
As in H-O-R-D-E, not whore.
How do we know it's an inn? What's going on?
How do you know it's an inn? Because you see that there's a bed, like above,
a
below
single
the
bed.
sun. Yeah, like a single bed below the sun.
Okay.
So
Just one bed.
It's clear to see that that's a pretty universal symbol for someplace to sleep.
Okay. Right. I don't know what they do in this place.
Perhaps.
This could be like a brothel or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
so.
I've never been to a big city like this. I'm gonna follow your guys' lead. Is this normal? Bunch of heathens, you ask me.
Not one of the better places. We should probably make our way to the middle of the city if you want something more respectable.
I mean,
Could be cheap though.
You actually, the
I don't
South
have
Ward,
much.
you don't really see many people out on the streets. As you're walking through this section of town, you can tell that most of the people, because they're the working class district, they go to bed early.
I mean, this place seems fine to me. I'm tired. I don't have much money. Anyway, I fiddle with my 5 gold pieces.
Don't we have a community?
Yeah, we can go someplace nicer because this, we have plenty of
We have
plenty of jams and stuff.
We have so much money, guys. So much money.
Well, I mean, I don't want.
Over there in that corner, look! Money!
I don't want to
Not over
impose,
here. Oh god.
All right.
He's rolling 100. Oh God, he hit 100. What does that mean?
That's not good. Gosh.
I don't know.
100 come out of nowhere.
All right.
And we
Well,
used
if
to
you're looking
roll
for a different inn, tavern, just that's fine. You can continue to keep looking. Are you doing it within the South Ward itself?
No, let's go to Yawning Portal. I hear that's a good place.
So the nearest additional wards are the Trade Ward, which lies to the north, and the Dock Ward. And you know this info because you've been here before and you passed your history check.
While we're walking around in town in this shady area, can I check around and see if there's any thieves or any suspicious people trying to take our money or walk around?
If you're
after you
making
announce
active perception checks to try to check out, the surrounding areas and make sure you're not ambushed, you can do that. So
Okay.
go ahead and make that check, Corinne.
Oh, good. A crit. Looks good to me.
You do see that there are the only people that are out and about in town look like they're workers trying to get to their night job, or they're on break from their night job, or maybe they're coming home from their day job. But aside
Okay.
from that, the South Ward seems relatively safe, very homely. It's largely poor, but you don't really see many people out on the street, that look like they're shady characters. At least nobody is kind of bothering you right now.
Well, this place isn't so bad. I mean,
All right. So if you want to stay at the Slaughtered Whore, we could do that.
I think we should ask Squidward what he wants.
Oh, he would want me to take him all the way to the Castle Ward, I'm sure.
I just want to get out of here as soon as possible. So if there's some sort of dock area where we can rent a ship and leave tonight, that's where I want to go.
Maybe we should just send him on a ship to Yartar. We don't have to go with him.
Yartar's inland, unless you're gonna put me on that river.
Yeah, that's where we're going. That's what I was thinking. Yes.
We can't leave him alone. Don't worry, I will escort you to Yartar.
You might be on your own with that one.
We could just send them on like a nice riverboat.
All right, let's continue this discussion inside. I don't really want to stand in the street. And, hey, maybe we'll find something in the Temple District tomorrow. I'm tired and hungry and getting cranky. I start walking into the inn.
All right.
Okay, I walk into the inn too.
Yeah, I'm tired.
So the first thing you see when you walk into the inn is that it says, in a big sign emblazoned above the bar, home of the Mind Flayer. Okay? And standing at the bar is what looks like a gnome with roundish glasses, gray hair that's frazzled along the sides. The top of his head's completely bald. And like these glasses look like they're Coke bottle glasses. Like they're so thick it makes his eyes look like really tiny. And the people in the bar look like they are, hardworking men that are covered in soot, and all they want to do is like sit and drink and play cards, and relax before they go home to their wives or whatever dreary jobs they have to work the next day. So when you come into the bar, he says, "Hey, welcome to Nimrheim's Slaughtered Horde Inn." He says, "Home of the Mind Flayer," and he raises a thumb above his head at the sign. He says, "Can I get you a drink?"
What does it? What? Yes. What is a Mind Flayer?
He says, "Oh, the Mind Flayer?" He says, "Let Nimrheim serve you a couple. 1 gold per shot it is, but I guarantee that it will be the best you've ever had."
None for me, thanks. I was wasted last night. I'm gonna drink just a water for me, please.
I live life on the edge. I put down a gold coin right on the bar.
Excellent, excellent. And he seems like all giddy about it, and he ducks under the bar for a moment as he looks like he was stepping on some sort of stool, so he kind of like disappears below the bar, and then he comes back up, and he says, "I can guarantee that, brewed with the sole intent of forgetting whatever trouble you may cause, under the influence of the Mind Flayer, you can potentially wake up in a jail or naked in a puddle of your own vomit, but whatever it is, know that the Mind Flayer will blow your mind." And with that, he takes this little bottle that looks like it's a tall, skinny bottle where the top of it kind of looks like a squid head. And he pops it off, and you see that it's completely purple, the bottle. But he pours it out, and what you can see, it kind of is like a bluish purple sludge into a little shot glass. And as he does so, you can see that there's like an almost like magical effect that comes out of the top of it, like these little tentacles, like tadpoles that are swimming in the top of the shot glass.
Anybody else want to try this out? Zinto? Zarana?
You can have
I don't drink.
your semen sludge all to yourself. Swimmers in there.
I'll keep an eye on you. I'll make sure you don't wake up in a pile of slaughtered horse.
YOLO! I'm drinking. I down.
So, all right, so you're the only person doing this?
Apparently.
All right, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm good at those. Well, not that good, apparently. Roll the 2.
Oh. All right.
Oh, God.
So, you take the shot, and at first you feel like nothing. It tastes really, really interesting. You can feel it kind of swimming down your throat, as if like you've swallowed a fish or like a bunch of little tadpoles. And then suddenly this feeling like boils up within you, and you get this like weird sensation that blows across your brain, and you don't remember anything after that. And what a mechanical effect this is going to have is that your intelligence, what's your current intelligence?
It's 13 right now.
Okay, it's a 3 right now.
Nice. Oh, we got to go. We have to run.
Oh, God.
Belligerent.
Are you
I don't know
feeling
what's going
alright?
on. Winter, stop licking me. Go away.
I don't think he can fit through the door.
Dude,
Yeah,
Winter's
I think
outside.
you probably tied him up to the post outside.
I'm like talking to like.
Oh, your
don't know.
friend! You're gonna have to take care of your friend all night.
I'm like talking to the bar stool. Winter, when did you get so small?
All right, maybe it's time we all hit the hay.
Yeah, your friend's mind has been flayed. He says. Does anybody else want to try one?
Hell no.
Oh, really? All right. So I take it you're here to get some rooms then? No other drinks?
Rooms, yes.
Very well. We all need your own rooms, or are you going to share one?
I could share. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Do you have a
Nimrheim's
stable?
rooms are quite clean, I can assure you. No fleas or bugs, or at least not too many.
How many? How many people can you fit in one of them?
It depends on the size of the room, but I guess I can find a room that can fit 4 to a bed, if that's what you wish.
Went to a bed.
Those are some of my cheaper rooms. Don't get many adventurers coming through here, considering this is the South Ward and all, but, this late at night, he kind of shrugs.
Yeah, we're not really looking for 4 to a bed kind of situation.
What are we going to do about winter? I'm like looking at the stool still.
Take him with you. Hurry, take him with you.
I pick up the stool.
I would watch your friend there. The mind
not-
flayer is, it flays the mind.
I sit down with my stool. Like there's other people right there in the bar, right? And they're playing cards.
Yeah, they are ignoring you guys.
I sit down right next to them, and I watch them play their.
Watch him carefully, please. I don't want him scaring off our, our paying customers.
Hey, you did this to him, buddy. He paid his 1 gold.
I really can't offer you any of the rest of you any drinks. I mean, we have common ale if that's what you're looking for. And other beers and wines.
That sounds fine.
But this is the home of the Mind Flayer, I'm the only bar in all of Waterdeep that sells this.
Yeah, poison. That's great.
Oh man.
I would just drink some water. We've been traveling for a bit.
Fine, water.
Oh, thank you.
He glumly pours you guys some water and gives you a pitcher of water and a few semi-clean glasses and lays them on the bar for you to drink.
Oh, thank you.
Much appreciated.
I give him a gold piece.
Oh, you want a Mind Flayer?
No.
You don't have to flash around gold here. Silver will do just fine. Probably copper.
Well, I literally only
takes
have
the gold
5
coin
gold
anyway.
pieces on me.
Well, thank you very much, sir. And he bites it and puts it into his pocket.
You're a
I mean,
rich
that'll go to the rooms soon.
Yeah.
All right, so how much do your rooms cost?
Yes. Well, let's see. You never really told me if you each want your own room.
I'll take my own room. It's an option between that and 4 to a bed. I'm sharing no beds.
Well, a comfortable room will cost you about 8 silver. And trust me, this is a standard price throughout the entire city. If you're looking for something a little more modest, or perhaps even poor, I can offer you a bed, a room that fits more to a bed, and 5 silver for a room that you have to share with another, and 1 silver piece if you want to share with 3 others.
I'm with Winter, and I hold up the stool.
Yes,
I lay
look
8
after
silver on the
Winter
counter.
here.
Wait, you have no idea what he's saying, and he's just mumbling. He thinks he's saying something, but... It just comes out like a jumble of words. So, I take it you guys are each getting your own room?
Yeah, I'll get
Yes.
my own.
Yes.
Alright, so 8
I
silver
think I
pieces.
could get a place to make sure Kareem doesn't hurt himself tonight. Babysit him.
We
And
need
when-
any food. We have
You could
some
just-
food to offer if that's what you wish as well.
Yeah, I could eat. I'm pretty hungry.
3 silver pieces for some mutton. Otherwise, I can give you a meals for the day for 5 silver.
Didn't you guys all get that buff that makes so you don't have to eat?
No.
That's probably ran out by now. A while ago. It was like 2 days ago.
Oh, I don't know. Magic.
His runes.
Magic.
Yeah, I'll get some mutton. That sounds nice.
So
Yeah.
So I'll give him 3.
Yep.
Give him 3 silver pieces.
he gives you a plate of mutton, and he goes into the kitchen and comes back with.
Mm.
Since you gave me a nice hefty tip there, he brings you a pitcher of wine as well.
Well, really, I does it got a cork on it?
It's a pitcher of wine, so it's
Yeah.
it's like a carafe.
It's got a really big cork.
You guys want this? I'm pretty hungover. Like I said, I'm not trying to party again tonight.
There's always room for wine.
Here, help yourselves, guys. Help yourselves.
You're
Nobody
gone.
give any to Kareem. Nobody give any to Kareem.
I was about to like pour it in a cup and hand it to him.
I'm gonna just lay on the floor.
You
I
know.
ask him,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I ask him for a plate of mutton and a bottle of wine. I take it up to my room.
Oh, fancy man with a bottle of wine. Well, you know, I don't sell cheap stuff here. It's 10 gold for a bottle. You have that kind of money? He looks at you suspiciously for a moment.
It's not 10 gold. Come on, who are you trying to fool here?
Oh, you want something cheap, eh? Some common bottle? Well, you know, Nimrime doesn't sell those sort of things. I sell the Mind Flayer, after all.
Yeah. Well, you missed out on a sale then, because I'm not drinking that shit.
Hey,
Wait,
take my-
no, maybe I
take
can
my
find
carafe.
something. Wait. He goes into the back room for a moment. He comes back with a dusty bottle of wine. He says, here. And he puts it on the table. It's corked.
See? Has it been opened?
No. From what you can tell.
I shrug.
Says 5 silver for the meat and the wine.
Oh, look at that. 5 silver. I flick it on the counter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good.
He takes it.
I'll find you all in the morning, and then we can go deal with our companion.
Which one?
Yeah. And then I go upstairs.
I'm keeping a close eye on Kareem.
Yeah, so Kareem, so you and Kareem are sharing a room. I guess you're watching him for the night.
Yeah, I'll watch him.
And then you guys go to bed, right? All right, Kareem. Well, you guys managed to take your long rest. The sun rises as usual at I think 6 a.m. It is now Myrtle the 9th. Okay, Myrtle the Ninth.
Do I feel better? Please tell me I feel better.
You have an interesting headache. Your int,
Okay.
instead of being lowered by 10, is now lowered by 5.
What? No!
So you have an int of 8 right now, right?
I am Norandathon. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
And if you want breakfast in the morning, assuming that you didn't pay for the meals per day, you know, you can get a simple, you know, they have bread and they have cheese and then they have mutton. It's just pretty simple stuff.
Yeah, I'll get breakfast.
All right.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
I'd like some cheese.
Yeah, it costs like 5 copper pieces. You sure I can interest you in a bottle of Mind Flayer to go?
No.
No thanks.
How much for it?
No.
No, 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 no.
How much?
I'd
you
be willing
didn't-
to part for it for 20.
20 go. I'm gonna
You
have
didn't
to
see-
think this over.
You didn't see yourself last night, Kareem, and you didn't want to see yourself.
That's a great idea.
20 gold!
Oh man.
No, I
so
put
you
it
actually do
in.
buy a bottle of Mind Flayer?
I buy a bottle of Mind Flayer for 20
Nice.
gold.
Nice. All right.
You're a crazy son of a bitch.
Trick someone. Good thinking, Kareem.
Oh, we could poison our enemies with it.
I was thinking that actually, but I didn't want to say anything.
Dip the arrows in there.
Kareem,
I
you're
mean, come on,
still-
think about it. We're trying to interrogate someone, you know, we pour them a little bit of the
We won't be able to understand
whatever the
anything
hell it
they're
is,
saying.
Mind Flayer. Oh, that's true, but you know, who knows? We'll figure it out when that happens.
Now you're thinking. I like it.
I'm always thinking, just to myself.
All right. So I'm just creating a little handout here. So 1 shot of Mind Flayer. PC.
Kareem, you're still feeling kind of crummy. Yeah, you look kind of crummy.
Oh no, I feel terrible.
I put my hands on Kareem and I cast Lesser Restoration.
Oh,
All right, and I think that does heal ability damage, right?
It heals like poisons, so I didn't know if that would. I'll click it so you can read it.
Yeah.
It might not work, but I thought I'd try it.
one condition afflicting. One controls.
Yeah. So
It's kind of, I don't know.
I think it's up to you.
no, this is not a poison, so it does not work on him.
Is it any better?
Oh no. No, not really.
No, man. Well, I
The
tried.
thought counts. It felt good. Thank you
Feel better,
for
buddy.
trying.
Oh, and I listed that 20 shots remain in the bottle.
Nice.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna write that down in my stuff.
Oh,
How
it's,
much does it?
It's actually in the.
Does it weigh a lot?
No. Like a
Probably like a pound.
like a pound, maybe 2.
Hey, so I was thinking, guys. I was thinking about this toe that I have. And I pull out the giant toe. I don't really have that much use for it. And I'm wondering if somebody else would be better suited. I cast really good healing spells anyway, so it's not really worth it for me to use this thing. The only thing is you kind of need to be able to cast spells to be able to do that part.
Do you?
Tell
Well,
us
it
about
has
spells?
it has three things it can do. You can make all this grass appear around you, which if like you're trying to hide Zorana, that might be nice for you, maybe. I don't know. You can use a spell slot and heal 8 hit points. So that's pretty nice. But I'm so good at healing myself. It's like I will heal myself better than that anyway, so it's not really worth it for me to do that. So that might be better for you guys. Does anybody want this? Oh, and then you can like pick up dirt and throw it at someone and it turns into a rock. Who was with me? Who tested this thing out with me? It was pretty cool.
Maybe I
I think
think
that was Emin.
It was Emin.
Yeah, I think that was Emin.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty. Ask Emin. Look, Emin, you could have this. I think you or Zorana, because you can cast spells.
Yeah, Serrano would be might use it. Winter's always getting hurt.
It would be more useful if
have.
one of you used it as an anchor. I don't need the toe to use the runes.
I have healing, and I'm usually way in the back anyway.
I'll take it. Just kidding. I can't make spells. I can't do that.
All right. Well, we'll just think about it. If it seems like someone needs it. I feel bad I haven't really used it yet. I'll try and throw some rocks at people. I just always forget about it.
Can Winter cast spells?
Yeah.
There's only. Well, most of us can cast spells, I think. It's just
You can cast spells, Zinfel?
Yes.
yes. Yeah, I do a few.
He's
Well,
better
you-
than me.
You should probably take this then. Can you heal yourself at all with your spells?
Oh no, not at
Oh,
all.
you should definitely take this thing then.
You can hide in the grass.
You can hide in the grass. That would be good. You're sneaky.
Oh,
You could throw rocks at people.
I guess like
Didn't you already throw daggers? And other spells?
this does a little bit more damage than a dagger. Let's see
And
here.
it technically is finesse because it's strength or dexterity, right? I mean,
Ah,
maybe it would use sneak attack.
Oh well, ooh, that would be nice, but I don't think it. Let me read it. Just says the throne property. It doesn't say finesse.
Yeah. Well, it says you can use strength or dex,
Mm.
which is what finesse is. I don't know. Joe will have to decide on that one. But I think you should
Joe.
definitely take this.
I'll take it for the grass and the heel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
if you throw a
You
rock
don't.
with this thing,
Well, finesse applies to melee weapons, so as a thrown weapon, you can choose either to use your dex or your strength.
says it finesse.
No, because it applies to melee weapons only, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. And this is
Okay.
more just a magical
Oh.
ability.
Oh.
So no.
Okay, so maybe not the rock throwing, but
No, I think I can use it because I could use it for any thrown thing. Ooh, for sneak attack.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Your sneak attack applies to any thrown weapon?
yeah,
Or
we're
the range weapon. Yeah, I could use
Maybe
it.
we should figure this out later.
yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to. I'm not using this thing. I just wanted to give it. I wanted
Yeah, that's
to
right.
see it used.
So your sneak attack would apply, because you could use a finesse weapon or a ranged weapon. And this would definitely be a ranged weapon.
All right, here you go then, Zinfeld. Make good use of her.
Wonderful. I've never been gifted a giant toe.
Yeah. I remember the day I cut it off. I was pretty proud.
Oh.
But you've earned it, buddy.
Thanks. Takes it reluctantly. Okay. I will find. Maybe I can shine it or something. Get it clipped, polished.
Some plastic wrap around it.
Get it clipped.
The picture, it's all like yellow. It's nasty.
Is it nasty?
To wear this around your
Uh,
neck?
Yeah.
It's dry
It is.
now.
It is dry and shriveled, but it's like a big old fungally, yellow toenail.
Yummy.
Just like it looks like in the picture.
Put it on a belt.
All right. I'll take it. I'll wrap it in some kind of cloth so it doesn't actually touch me.
Well, I mean, you could wear it like around your neck, or I don't know. What did you do with it? I think you put it in a satchel, didn't you?
I
Around
had,
his belt.
yeah, I think I just I had it tied onto my belt. Maybe, yeah, I guess it was in a little pouch.
It's pretty big. It's a 1 foot long, 6-inch thick.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
it's like that thick.
Should
And like
make,
that long.
You should make a holster for it or something.
I'm gonna have to do something with this. Thank you.
Oh, of course. It'll do us all well, I think.
I mean, you just have to have it on your person in order to be able to use it. And then when you actually activate it, you just touch it.
Ew.
Well, for
All right. For emergencies, then.
Wait, wasn't Morak with us? He said he wanted
yeah,
to
he
go
is with us.
Waterdeep.
Yeah, actually, Morak is with you. Yep. And so is Lord R10.
I assume they got their own rooms.
Probably.
They did. Morak, he comes down with the guards the next morning. They shared a room last night, and he says, well, now it's time for me to go and acquire the goods I need to bring back to Nightstone. I think I'll be making my way up to the trade ward. You're more than welcome to come with me if you wish.
I think we had some business actually to do in Waterdeep.
Yeah,
Yes.
we do have a
R10
lot
just
to
looks
do.
at you. Really? Yeah, you
You're
have
not the
business
center of the
here.
universe.
Hey,
R10.
you're not our prisoner, man. If you want to go,
He
Feel
looks
free.
really reluctant to go when you say that.
yeah, we're
I don't
just
really
trying
have
to take care of
any
you.
money. He kind of just wrings his wet hands. Morax just gives him like a disgusted look. Well, once you get rid of Squidward over there, maybe you might want to take care of that first.
He
Or
is
we
a
could just part
lord.
ways here, and maybe I'll see you back at Nightstone when you come back, if you ever do.
Oh, we'll be back. I'll be back at least. Morak, let me tell you a few things. You should look into maybe finding some more help guarding Nightstone. See if you can recruit any soldiers. Maybe. I fear that you got a lot of danger around.
There's always
that might-
plenty of mercenaries looking for work in Waterdeep, so maybe you're right. But I don't know if I have the gold to spare to do that. Money's tight right now as it is, considering that the Zentarm took me for all I had and practically cleaned me out in the first place. What little money I had tucked away, I managed to bring with me to try to resupply.
Well, how much do you think it would cost for hire a good group of mercenaries?
Oh,
And I start opening my bag.
no, I can't take your money, lass. Really. Services for a group of mercenaries, that could be pricey. If I'm looking for untrained guards, the guards without any real experience under their belt, then it'll probably cost me about 2 silver a day. But a nice, fine guard, perhaps somebody who served in a war or battle, or a retired adventurer who took an arrow to the knee, probably would cost about 2 gold.
Per day.
Oh yeah, per day. They could be quite pricey. And then anybody in between that would probably be some sort of... But really, I can't take your money. No, you've done enough for me already, and everything that you've done for Nightstone. I wouldn't feel...
The Zentarum that we chased off had 4 gemstones on them. It's about 400 gold right there. You can take that and see what you can do with it.
His eyes go wide. 400 gold, Jesus. That's much too kind to you.
Hey,
Protect the town.
400 gold, that would go a nice long way. I guess I can hire a handful and bring them back with me, at least for a little while until we get on our feet. Do some repairs about town and definitely stock up the bar nice and good. Maybe I'll buy some of that Mind Flayer brew myself.
As he continues yammering on, I just...
He seems really giddy right now that you're giving him money. So you were handing over 400 gold?
Yeah, 4 gemstones worth 100 gold each.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. This is amazing. The kindness of your hearts, I mean...
that's
He
it's
loves
mighty
it.
generous.
For
He
you to
even
just
tears
get
up.
back
I'm gonna miss all of you. And he gives Zinfel a big hug. He gives you all a big hug.
Do you rest keep the town safe?
One more thing, Morak. Could you point us in the direction where we might find Lord Dreslin? Do you know, by any chance, where he might be?
Yeah, I know that he'd probably be somewhere in the North Ward. That's where all the wealthy folk live.
Excellent.
All
It
right.
says,
Great.
and if not there, then probably by the Sea Ward. That's where even the fancier people live. Mostly the North
Okay.
Ward caters to the lower class noble. But I don't really know where Lord Dreslin decided to go. Frankly, I never really liked the man very much.
Yeah, I didn't really meet him ever, but I heard he was a butthole.
He goes, look, butthole. I have to use that one. All right, Thornbird. He gives you a big, heavy clap on the shoulder, and he says, "Good see you, boy." And he says, "Take care of yourselves and try not to die."
Take care of yourself too, sir, and take care of Nightstone.
Hey, and write every once in a while. You know how Hyrule likes to worry about you.
I will. I heard about this spell that I think I'm going to learn soon called I'll be able to communicate with you. I'm really excited. I'll send you updates, I promise.
Aye, boy, aye. All right, well, good luck to the rest of ye. Thank you again for the generous gift, and I got lots of work to do before I head back to Nightstone, so good luck. May the gods watch your path and all that junk.
I hand him a folded piece of paper.
What's this?
That's the name of the mercenaries that were with the merchants that were coming to town. You should look her up. Offer. She may be interested. She may cut you a discount. I couldn't tell, but I wouldn't mention my name.
All right.
Or any of our names.
Or any of our names.
Mention it though.
I'll ask around then. Man, thanks. Ain't so bad for half. All right. He buys a bottle of Mind Flayer and then he leaves.
Good choice, my friend.
All right. So you marked it off the loot page.
Yes.
All right. Good.
Well, let's go to Temple District and see if we can get Squidward unfucked. Shall we?
Temple.
My name is
Yes.
Lord Artan.
That's what I said. Artan.
Whatever. He just
Unfucked.
shrugs. I don't care. I'm just excited.
Squid Tan.
Don't give up hope.
All right. So you Nim. What's that guy's name? Nimrime, the gnome. He waves goodbye to you. Tries to offer you Mind Flare one more time. So unless you decide to buy it, you guys leave the slaughtered horde.
Well, I bought a bottle.
I know. I got that now. And I updated the description of the journal entry for the bottle, so that way you know exactly what it looks like. All right. So where are you going? The surrounding wards are the trade ward and the dock ward.
So before we leave, I ask him, what's the fastest way to get to the temple ward?
He gives you a look. He says, Temple Ward? There's no such ward. Oh. Temple Ward? There's no such ward in Waterdeep, my friend. Are you trying to get to where they keep the temples?
That's what I said.
Churches?
Let me
Magical,
think.
magic-y people?
Let me think.
People?
You know, there's temples all over Waterdeep. But I guess if I had to say there was one particular place that had more temples than the rest...
I drop a coin on the counter.
Give me 1 second. I'm just checking my notes here.
Is there any chance I would know where they are?
Yeah, sure. There could be a chance. Go ahead and make me a history check.
Hey, gnome friend. Do you know anyone who messes with alchemy? Do you know alchemy? Does anyone know alchemy?
I know alchemy.
How well
I
do you
know
know
alchemy.
alchemy?
I mean, kind of well. I've only really made healing potions, but I know a few other recipes. What do you need done?
Well, I have this silver potion, but I don't know what it does. I don't remember where I got it, but I remember picking up a silver potion. Oh, from the Zentoran, the leader.
That's right. Yep. So to answer your question, Eric, he tells you, the Sea Ward is where you want to go. That's where the largest temple in all of Waterdeep, dedicated to Tempest, lies. He says, of course, that's where all the nobles hang out as well. It might take a little bit of palm greasing to get your hand or your feet through the door.
Easier.
Good to know.
Tempest. What about the other less obnoxious gods?
He gives you a look. Listen, I'm a bartender. I spend all my time here. This is the only job I have, and I'm here 24 days, 24 hours a day.
24 days?
24 days out of the month.
Yeah, fair enough. You've been so helpful. And you're worse than a drug dealer. Pushing drugs.
He did
Well,
take
he
your
is a
money,
drug dealer.
though. He did take your money, though.
Oh, I'm sure he did. Yeah,
All right.
well, okay, great. Let's go find temples. Astitias. Go!
Wait,
Yeah.
does the gnome know anything about alchemy? I asked him.
No.
Oh, he says, what do you think? Just because I'm a gnome, I'm going to know about alchemy?
Yes.
Don't let this nose fool you, my friend. But yeah, I do know of an alchemist in town. His name is Alfwood.
Where is he at?
He's a half-elf. Oh, he's right here in this ward. He says, he gives you a quick directions, like a couple of blocks away.
We don't have to go there, my friend. But
He owns
I
a
was
place
just
called Aromatic Infusions. A lot of hoshbaz, if you ask me. It sells a lot of candles and other smelly things like perfume.
wondering. Interesting.
I'll just stick to my drinks.
You guys want to go to the water district? I assume.
The Sea Ward, my
Right.
friend.
That's
the
smart,
one.
Dan.
We head that
All
way,
right.
I guess.
Let's go.
Okay, so you leave the slaughtered horde. It's relatively early in the morning, so you see that it is much busier this morning than it was obviously last night. You see a lot of people are working. Either they're building new homes, or they're repairing, or they're on their way to other jobs, or they're selling their wares. You pass a variety of shops, jewelers, blacksmiths, but most of the shops have to do with some sort of smithing. You pass through to get to the Sea Ward, which is on the north side of town, the northwestern side of town. You actually have a long, you have to travel through 2 other wards at the very least. The Trade Ward and the Castle Ward.
All right. Before we go that far, are there any guards on the street?
Yes.
So hang on a second. Let me go ask for directions.
It takes you a little while to find one. This place doesn't seem like it's heavily guarded. But you do see that there is a guard on patrol. 2 of them.
So I walk up and hail them in a friendly, non-threatening manner.
Alright. They give you a
Greetings,
nod and
gentlemen.
say, "Greetings, traveler. What can we do you for?"
I have a petitioner looking for the temple to Astitia. Could you give me directions? I'm unfamiliar with the city.
They look at each other. They say, well, you probably want to head over to the Sea Ward or the Dock Ward. I know that there's maybe a shrine around there. I don't think we got any temples, one of them says to the others. I wish I could give you better directions, friend, but we spend most of our time here.
Fair enough. How about a House of Ilmater?
Thornbur's ears perk up.
The House of what?
No matter.
Cool. Well, I'm sure you can find other shrines as well around. Definitely at the Sea Ward. Probably the North Ward as well, one of them says.
Excellent. Thank you for your assistance.
He nods. He says, I know that a lot of No Matter priests actually make their way to the Field Ward. Yeah.
Okay. That was a good idea, Emin. I should.
So, Zinfel, what you know about the Field Ward is that it's a slum.
Field Ward. Don't go to the Field Ward.
It's far, far on the north side of town.
It's probably outside the walls.
It actually has its own inner wall. It was built as a ward in the fields that existed outside of Waterdeep. You know, kind of like for overcrowding.
Oh, that's a terrible place.
Wait, are we supposed to talk to the dragon experts around here too?
That's in the North Ward. Yes, yes.
And probably
So excited.
the head butler of House Then, Bon? Fergie
Oh
Lane?
yeah.
That'll be in one of these fancy wards.
Probably.
Yeah, I think we're
North
going to the
Ward.
right place. We want to deal with nobles. Once we get up there, we'll. I don't know. Gather information.
Alright, so where are you guys going next?
Well, Emin, what are you thinking? You think this Temple of Tempest would give us what we need to help this poor man?
You're joking, right?
What does Tempest govern that might be able to help with poor Lord's affliction?
He's all storms, war, and insanity. Man's crazy.
Oh, God,
sounds
yeah,
like,
that sounds-
Sounds like here. Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Sounds like the problem he's dealing with.
Storms. There's water in storms. That works. There's a
No,
connection.
no, no.
there.
Those were non-literal, figurative storms.
Well, I'm taking them literal anyway.
He's more like the god of slaughter, butchery, war, that sort of thing.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really
No.
study many other gods besides my own.
No, you picked a good one. I applaud. Met a couple of dwarves back in the day. Priests and paladins of Ilmater. Good dudes.
Oh, good. Yeah, glad to hear my other brothers are doing justice.
Yeah. So I'm thinking we go to the ward, but don't go to the Temple of Tempest, because, unless we're going to topple
Yeah.
topple
Let's
the
get
Temple
some
of Tempest.
information about what temples are around here. No, we don't want any shrines because there'll probably be no priests.
Yeah, maybe we just head over to the Sea Ward
Yeah.
and see what other temples. Once we get there, people there might know a little better.
They
Is
might.
there a Temple Avenue? Like, they just have a bunch of
Temple
temples.
Avenue. Temple Street? Where's Temple Street?
Temple Street, you know.
So, from what you know about Waterdeep, it's not really a very religious city. I mean, there obviously are temples here, but they're few and far between. Probably the widest worshipped god here would be Joaquin,
Only God.
maybe Timora.
Ooh, Timora might help.
I don't. What are all these gods? I don't know them.
There are local pains in the asses.
Yep. Timora's a god of luck and good fortune. Joaquin is a god of money and merchants and trade.
Yeah.
Those sound very helpful. Not.
Yeah, I feel like Timora might be more in our vein. We need some luck right now.
Need some luck. Yes, they're always pretty helpful.
Okay.
So let's start asking around, see if anyone knows.
Yeah. Where do the Timorites hole up?
Timorites.
So probably the Trades Ward.
Trade.
The Trades Ward is directly to the north of where you currently are.
Perfect. It's on the way up.
All right. So you pass through the South Ward where you currently are, and you make your way to the Trade Ward where you find a ward that's pretty much hugging the. Hold on a second. That doesn't look right. Yeah, the eastern wall of the city. I don't know why this says west. Anyway, you can see that there is the hustle and bustle of a marketplace throughout here. This place looks like it is timeless. In other words, like it never ends. There's always people selling something here any time of the day. You do see that there are signs for various landmarks as you walk in the streets, following the directions of people that are pointing you to where you're supposed to be going. You see signs talking about notable landmarks called the Court of the White Bull and Virgin Square. You also see that there is signs referring to what's called the plinth, but you see that the like scratched above the plinth or painted above the plinth, you see that it now says the collapsed plinth.
Did you say there was a place called Virgin Square?
That's right, Virgin Square.
All right, just checking, just checking.
Looking for a wife?
No. I just did a little
Looking to
double
change the
take.
name.
It's all good.
Yeah. So okay. So as you're walking through, what you find there are a lot of shrines to Timora, but no particular temples. As you're asking around, you don't find anybody that says that, oh, there's a temple to Timora there. But you do get people asking you, you sure you don't mean Joaquin?
If she has a temple, we'll try.
Sure. So you find a large, opulent temple dedicated to Joaquin, the goddess of trade, pretty much smack in the middle of the Trades Ward. It's surrounded by many other, shrines to Timora, but this particular temple seems very gaudy and quite lavishly decorated. And you see the finest dressed priest you've ever seen in your entire life, acting as the main abbot here at this particular temple, which is called the Heavy Scale.
Heavy scale.
Oh, welcome, welcome. You see a portly man. He's kind of bald. He's got like a ring of brown hair, a couple of double chins, and he's wearing clearly a very rich, fine fur robe, decorated with a couple of very large gold chains around his neck and a number of gaudy rings on his fingers. Probably he's wearing 10 rings on his 10 fingers. Oh, welcome to the heavy scale, the finest temple dedicated to Joaquin and all of the Sword Coast. He says, what can I help you adventurers with today? Perhaps you're here to make a deposit?
No.
A donation then?
No.
What kind
Yes,
of
we'd
temple
love
is
to donate
this?
this lord.
Wait.
He's in need of your help, and he may have some financial information that may benefit you in trade.
Ah, really? He gives a very disgusted look at Artan, though. And he says, Lord, you say?
He has information about Sahagin that may affect your trade routes, and he's in need of some divine assistance.
Artan just looks at you and just, like, shakes his head like, no, I don't have any information about Sahagin. What seems to be wrong with him? He says as he walks over to Artan and he looks at Artan sitting in the barrel atop the wagon that's being led by Winter right now.
This is what you
Lord,
committed.
I don't really
Artan.
know what happened to me, Artan says. And all I know is that I woke up on the bank of a river and these adventurers here found me.
Tell them where you're from.
I'm from Yartar, actually. My family, they build ships. And he says, oh, really? A noble? And he shakes his head vigorously. He says, I don't really know if there's anything I could do for him, my friends. He seems afflicted by something. Obviously. But I don't think I have any powerful magics like that.
Do you know anyone who does?
Might? Even?
Not really.
You're
Us
a
walking-
trade. You trade things. You must know everybody.
Well, those who come to the temple, I don't really get along with the Ilmaterites, and his eyes flick over to Thornbur for a second, as he just kind of ignores him.
What do you mean by that, fella?
And wealth and poverty don't get along.
Nothing.
It's a
I know. I can see that you worship the god. No hard feelings. He just tries to.
Are there a lot of Ilmaterites around here?
No, but there have been a few that have come by the temple, and hey, it's nothing to get into. Really, I'd rather not talk about it if that's okay.
All right.
He seems very nervous about it.
Yeah, that's fine. You do your thing, buddy.
But perhaps they can help you and your friend here, this Yartar nobleman, if that's who he truly is.
Who else could they be?
He is suffering.
Of
They
course,
take
for
him
the
suffering.
small donation, I can have someone come here and take a closer look at him if that's what you wish.
Well, how small is a small donation?
Like 1 copper?
I have this very expensive alcohol.
No alcohol. A small donation. Let's call it a deposit. Let's say. Perhaps you'd like to open up an account here. Something that would accrue interest over time. Perhaps you wish to buy property. I can offer you a fine mortgage.
Is this a temple?
Temple?
Are you sure?
What are we doing here? What's my credit score? I'm just wondering.
Thornbur just goes and waits outside.
Maybe this is not the right place.
You're actually standing outside of it. Yeah, now come to think of it, as you're looking at the building, it does look more like a bank than an actual temple.
They worship money. I'm not quite sure what you all expected.
Well, let's see. You can open an account for a mere price of 100 gold. It would accrue a rate of 1% interest every year.
No, thank you.
I can provide you a writ that could be used at any temple on the Sword Coast of Joaquin that you can use to get your money out. They'll provide you a new balance. For a simple surcharge of only 1 gold.
Wait, but then that whole year is wasted.
Well, that's why you need to deposit more. That's how accounts work.
Created this stupid system.
And is this compounded daily or monthly? Like quarterly?
No, it'd be compounded on a yearly basis. Very good
Thornbird-
question, though.
Thornbird does not understand any of this.
Of course, if you're seeking a loan, that can be arranged as well.
No. No.
You have to
Alright,
put up some sort of assets and prove your net worth.
Let's get the hell out of here,
I don't
guys.
think that's what we're looking for, but I appreciate your time.
Can we go somewhere else? I don't like this man.
All right,
said-
let's
you
continue
said-
on.
You said there might be Ilmaterites that could help us?
He sighs and he says, "Yes, the field ward is where they spend most of their time, catering to the slums there." And his nose kind of like wrinkles up for a brief moment.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the field ward, my friend?
All right.
Oh, nothing at all.
It's where the poor people live. All right, let's go where the sufferers are.
The sufferers. I get it. Uh-huh.
Very well. Well, good day to you. If you ever change your mind about opening up an account, feel free to come and see me again. Bye-bye.
Appreciate your time. Bye.
Alright, so you're leaving the trade ward and you're continuing to head north. You
Yep.
start to see signs that say City of the Dead this way.
What? City of the
Ignore
Dead?
those signs. Ignore those signs.
What does that mean?
Sounds kind of cool.
No, it's not cool.
Is it Halloween?
And you also see other
Is it
signs
like-
that say Wardens to the west.
Ward.
The Warrens, I'm sorry.
Warren.
I don't
Well-
know who Warren is. We don't need him.
Yeah,
I'm interested in this dead people. What's going on over there?
hey, we got
Where the dead live.
a squid to save.
Yeah. So
Don't save
avoiding
him,
the
we'll be
City of
putting
the
him
Dead
to
for
death.
now and the Warrens as well. You travel between those and eventually you reach the North Ward.
Ooh, we need to go here.
Yes, we're passing through.
So the North Ward appears to be a very quiet ward, where you see you begin to quickly notice that the wealthy or well-to-do middle class and lesser noble families live here. You see very few notable landmarks, other than something that's called Cliff Watch.
I'm looking for a tall stone house with a tower on one corner.
Yes, let's ask for Chazloth.
You do see that there are noticeably many more guards here than you saw in the previous in the South District. Even more
Even in
guards
the
than
trade
even more guards in the Trade District.
Wow.
The wealthy needs to be protected.
I suppose so.
Probably don't need to, but they feel like they need to. So they pay for it because they have money.
Let's see, didn't Zilang give us something?
Yep.
Yes, something
right.
about the head butler of House 10. Thon?
So is that the house you're currently looking for? Is House Thon?
We're looking for 2 places, I guess. As
Yeah, there's
we
2.
pass it.
There's a dragon
Whatever
expert
house.
there.
House Thon and.
Oh, you're looking for the dragon expert. I see.
Mhm.
They're both in the same place.
I mean, at least we assume that the head butler of House Thon is in.
Oh yeah, he might not be. I don't know.
So which one are you looking for first?
For dragon expert.
Yeah, because we know
It's in the
he's
north.
We
in
know
the
that.
North Ward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chasloth.
We
Arkhorn.
find a guard and ask them.
Okay, so I believe Maxine gave you that quest to look for Chasloth, Yarghorn,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
This Google Doc is really handy here.
That's right. Okay, so you are looking for a tall stone house with a tower on one corner. You start to ask
Yeah.
around where Chasloth Yarghorn could live, and although it takes you, because by this point it's almost the afternoon, or it's probably a little bit afternoon. It takes you about an hour to find the actual house, but you do eventually do find it. And what you can see is that it looks like a tall stone house that's decorated with a number of bas reliefs and stonework in the shape of dancing and flying dragons.
This looks like the place. Let's go knock.
Yeah. So when you approach it, you find a door knocker. It looks like it's made out of brass, and the bottom half of the knocker looks like the dragon's legs clasped together. When you do knock it, instead of making a sound like a brass knocker would make, you actually hear what sounds like a dragon's roar. It kind of takes you aback for a moment. So you're a little surprised by the sound, but then you see that the door opens within a few moments, and standing there is a dark-skinned man with his hair pulled back into tight braids. It looks like it comes down to almost the middle of his back, and he's wearing what looks like teal and purple robes.
Hello.
And he says, "Hello, can I help you?"
Are you Chasloth?
It's not every day that adventurers come to my door, but yes, I am Chasloth. He says, is there something I can assist adventurers with?
We're looking
Maxine
for a.
Drathkala sent us. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you go.
His eyes flick behind you at some of the guards that are just kind of walking on the street, and they're kind of looking in your direction, but they're continuing to walk.
That's
He
weird.
says, oh, you said that the Maxine referred you to me? Is that right?
Yeah.
How do you know her?
Well, she's an old acquaintance of my father, but I recently bumped into her over in Golden Fields when giants attacked.
Ah, very well. Please, what is your name?
Zimfel Emberbrand of Neverwinter, and these are my companions.
Pleasure.
Hello, my name's Kareem.
Okay, well, nice to meet you all, Kareem, Zinfel, and your other nameless companions. Including this very large elk here.
That's fine.
Give me a moment to corroborate your story with Maxine, and if you don't mind waiting at my doorstep.
Not at all.
He closes his eyes and he puts his hands up like this, and then he starts chanting under his breath. And you're kind of just left standing there, like looking at him doing this right in front of you.
Heading 1, 2.
I like this guy.
He nods, and then once he's finished, after about a minute, he He opens up his eyes again, and his mouth smiles wide, and you see his pearly whites. And he says, "Please come in. Nexine has told me much about you and what you have done for Goldenfields. It is my pleasure to invite you into my home. Can I perhaps get you some sort of refreshment or food? I was about to have lunch myself."
Do you have a garage? Is this door big enough for winter?
Ah, yes, I'm sorry, but no, I don't have such a thing.
The
I
garage.
can reduce your animal if that's okay with you.
Cool.
I can make him smaller for a short time.
Yes.
I think I have such a potion, and he says, "Please come inside, and I will fetch such a thing for you."
Cool.
It will only work for 1 hour or so, if that's okay.
Yep. Count the minutes so I don't get squished.
Oh, and before, Kareem, did you get somebody to identify that potion for you?
I was asking Thornbird, but we never made a roll or anything.
Okay, did Thornbird actually take a look at it?
Yeah, I looked
I
at
took it out. It was a silver potion.
Okay, so Thornbird, I mean, after about an hour of study, which you could have done while you were walking around in town, you do identify it.
Yep.
And it is a potion of invulnerability.
Whoa.
So,
This is a real nice drink you got here.
With mine.
so that should be in your magic and special items folder now.
Oh, cool. That could
Well,
come
That's
in
very
handy.
nice.
So when you walk inside of his home, you see that it's finely decorated. You see that there are a number of books and other statues, around. You see the paintings. Everything seems to have some sort of dragon or draconic motif, though, to it. And you can clearly tell that this guy is heavily into dragons and dragon lore and whatever the case is. You also notice that there's a staircase at the back of the study room, which seems to be the main room in his humble abode. I use the term humble loosely. That leads to perhaps a basement and also a second floor. But you notice that he goes over to what looks like a cabinet, pulls out a potion, like a very, very tiny, like only 1-inch potion, and he hands it to Zarana. He says, "Please have your elks drink that, and then he may come inside. It is trained, correct? It won't defecate on my floor."
No. Well, he's pretty well mannered.
Very good. Is it hungry? Do I need to provide it any lettuce or whatever elks eat?
I have twigs in my pocket. He likes bark.
Twigs
Like-
and bark. Oh, okay. All right. So he handed over the potion to you.
Okay, I'll go take it outside. Let Winter lick it.
All right. So blah blah blah. From what you can tell as you're looking at it, you also notice that there's red liquid inside, and the red liquid seems to shrink down to a bead, and then it expands to fill the vial, and then it shrinks down to a bead, and then expands to fill the vial. Oh, one more thing. When you feed that to him, make sure that you are concentrating on the reduce effect.
Gotcha. Reduce.
You don't want to make it
Okay.
bigger.
We're not going to Japan up the town.
All right.
Winter.
All right. So you feed it to Winter, and
Oh, you rolled something.
actually, it's kind of hard to feed it to him. So why don't you make me an animal handling check? Because he seems very reluctant to put such a tiny thing in his mouth.
Here, just lick this. I kind of put it, probably, the bottle on my palm.
And meanwhile, Chazlouth is he pulls out some sort of dragon crystal decanter and he starts pouring some drinks for you guys. An animal handling of 14 is good enough, and you're able to provide the vial to Winter. And within moments, he reduces down to a much smaller, manageable size, so that way he can walk inside of Chazloth's abode.
Aw, look, he's
Wait,
so
what
cute.
kind of size are we talking here? Like
Like a
like dog
dog?
size?
Or
Stuffed animal size?
Pick him up.
Like Chihuahua size? Or like
He is halved in all
Saint Bernard?
dimensions. So if he was, how tall was a giant elk before?
he's like with his horns probably like 8 feet.
He's 4 feet high now,
Ooh,
and he's
cool.
half as long. So if he was like,
Yeah.
8 or 10 feet long before, now he's only 5. He kind of
like
looks like a large Saint
A large
Bernard.
dog with
Yeah,
horns.
with
Yeah.
horns.
Cool.
So this is the official effect of Reduce. I'll just post it here. There you go. All right.
I give him a pat on the head.
Me too.
It definitely is unusual seeing him at this size. Anyway, he leads you to a sitting area where you find a coffee table. Atop it is a crystal statue of a dragon. Looks like it's in mid-flight or about to leap off of a rock. And then he gives you each cups and serves you drinks. And he says, "So, what is it that brings you here? I did not get the nature of your quest from Naxine, but feel free to share why you have come to seek me this day."
Well, there seems to be a restlessness amongst the giants. They've been attacking several towns. Actually, every town that we go to has been attacked or is being attacked. Anyway, by giants, and we were told that dragons are the enemies of giants. So, and you're a dragon guy, or you know about dragons. So, we wanted to ask you what you know about dragons and them battling giants.
Right. As it pertains to giants.
Can we ride them into battle somehow?
Yeah, really, we just want to ride him into battle. That's what I've been thinking about.
As you're asking your question, you can hear the sounds of like. You guys ever heard cats playing in the middle of the night? Where they like make a lot of noise and they're running around from one side of the apartment to the other and like kind of howling.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what you hear upstairs.
Oh, Lord.
He looks up at the stairs for a moment, and then you hear kind of like a little bit of what sounds to you just very similar to his knocker, a dragon's roar, and then the cat's like, quiet down. Oh, please.
Do you have dragons?
Please, if you could ignore that, it's just my pet. My pet wormling is terrorizing my cats.
I see.
All right. Is that normal?
It's totally normal and fine.
What's a wormling
Nothing to
exactly?
worry about. What was that?
What's a wormling?
Oh,
So it
it's
looks-
a baby dragon.
Right.
The one I keep is a silver one. I name it Irizol.
You have a baby dragon?
Yes. He leans in conspiratoriously to you and he says, yes.
Is that allowed?
With a little smile. Not really, but it is a secret that we shall keep, yes?
I mean, of course. Yeah, well,
Well, I must tell you, you hear the racket upstairs again. And then he says, I could tell you that while I know lots about dragons, I know very little about giants. And I don't know what it is that Naxine expects me to tell you, except that if you were to defeat these giants who have been causing this problem, and did you know that there was a giant castle in town only a few days ago? A cloud
Here?
giant castle that was here. Yes, how did you
Wait.
not know this?
Did
Was
it
it
have a
floating?
hat?
No, no, it left 2 days ago.
Zephyros?
Wait, there's no
Had a
hat?
No.
Oh, not everybody at once. One at a time.
Zorana.
Did it have a hat?
What? No, no. It was a large castle up on a
Okay.
cloud. Clearly belonged to cloud giants, whoever they were. I believe they
They
were looking for
antagonized you guys?
something. Artifacts, they said. I don't know. The leaders of the city, they decided to go speak to them.
Wait, who
Whatever it
are these
is.
leaders?
Well, Lady Silverhand, of course. And the other masked lords of Waterdeep.
Did they,
You're not from around here, are you?
No.
Well, clearly
never
not
been.
you. You are from Ohorant, but the rest of you.
Wait, how did you know that?
I know things. I am a wizard after all. In particular, a diviner.
Oh.
that's cool.
Yes. I wish I could say something fancy like, I saw your coming, but no, I am not that kind of wizard. No one can truly tell the future. But anyway, back to the issue at hand, and you hear the racket upstairs again. Quiet! He yells up the stairs. And it calms down for a brief moment. And he says, yes, so, no. What I think is that if you are to truly defeat giants, if that's what you really want to do, I think you should seek out Old Gnawbone. And he gives a smile and a nod of his head.
We heard that. Was Zephyros someone told us that name before.
Was
Really?
it Gnawbone? I thought it was someone else. Another name.
Right? That was a red dragon.
Oh, no.
I think not a
Old
red dragon.
Gnawbone is a very powerful and eccentric green dragon who actually possesses a number of crystal balls. And
Wait,
she
you know
uses
a
these
dragon?
balls. Well, I know of it. She makes her home in the Crypt Garden Forest. She's very powerful and eccentric. And supposedly she is rumored to possess a large collection of crystal balls that she uses to scry on everyone and everything.
Tell me about
She-
dragons.
Thornburst starts looking around. Can she see us right now?
Oh, it is very possible, but I do ward my home. I doubt the crystal balls would be able to penetrate my magics.
Are dragons good?
What is good? He says.
Do they want to kill
How
people?
do you
Positive.
define such a thing?
Do
Did
they
you say
Thornburg
that
gets
they
really
work toward
confused.
the good of the realms? That they are devoted and kind and unselfish? No, I do not think. I do not think most dragons are like that. It is rare that
ones
you can
are?
find a metallic one, and perhaps there is goodness in their hearts, as you may think of goodness. But most of the chromatic dragons are not. In fact,
Is the green chromatic?
oh yes, green one is in fact a chromatic dragon, and but I do not think Old Gnawbone will harm you. She's more interested in knowledge, and if you are truly intent on ending the giant threat that's currently upsetting the Sword Coast at the moment, well, I think you should seek her out and find out what she knows.
What forest did you say she was in?
Ah, yes, the Crypt Garden Forest. Which I am going to reveal on your map now.
Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun,
Dun, dun,
wow.
dun. Just give me a second. New area.
What a day.
Bam. So you should now see the Crypt Garden Forest if you keep looking north of Waterdeep past the Barge Right Inn.
Okay.
Nice.
Bye.
Oh, okay.
Up by
Nice. So I think we were planning on going up north anyway, so that
Yes.
could work out nicely.
Good, good.
Where did you get your little friend over upstairs?
Sometimes it is best that the wizard keeps secrets.
You stole it. Caught an egg, did you?
I'd rather not say. Well, perhaps if you bring me back a crystal ball, I might be willing to tell you.
That sounds dangerous and for not much gain. I don't know about that.
Maybe I'll let Israel spend some time with you as well, then. A fair trade?
What?
Temporary loan.
If we bring you back a crystal ball,
Perhaps.
Sounds like fun.
we get to the dragon, guys.
Of course, I
don't
don't
know.
want to send you empty-handed. He says, if in the event that old Gnawbone decides to fight you in any way, I should warn you that a green dragon possesses a very powerful breath of poison. He gets up from his seat and he goes over to that shelf where he pulled out the potion before, and he comes back with a handful of potions. And what you can tell is that it looks like a potion filled with red glowing liquid, but they are clearly labeled in common potion of poison resistance. And
That
he
would be-
gives you each one of them.
Oh, cool.
Wow. Thank you.
Very good.
Any other possible dragon allies we might be able to seek out? Or that you know of?
Well, unfortunately, no. I have dedicated my life to the study of green dragons, so Old Gnawbone is of particular interest to me. If there's anyone that would know anything, it would be her, due to her extensive knowledge and her crystal balls. I'm sorry I
How
don't
big-
have a better answer for you.
How big are these crystal balls?
That is a very good question. I have seen very few in my lifetime. They can vary in shape and size, but just because it says crystal ball does not necessarily mean that it is a sphere.
Oh, how does that work?
Wizards
Fancy
like to be eccentric.
Like a square ball?
Yes, like a square ball. I even saw one with 20 sides once.
Did you roll it?
No. Such things are not made for rolling.
Emin, you're quite quiet. Do you have anything to say? Any questions? Emin?
No, it's all very interesting. I'm kind of curious to see why he's setting us up to fight a green dragon, but you know.
Fight? Whoever said anything about fighting a green dragon?
Potions
No,
of
you're there
life.
to collect information.
And coming back with one of her crystal balls, I'm sure she.
Would love to. Yeah.
Well, you're
Yeah, why would
our
she give up a
adventurers
crystal
after
ball?
all. Perhaps you can negotiate with her for something like that. But really, you're after her knowledge. Perhaps
I-
she knows more about these giants.
Can I see if he has any ill intentions? With,
Sure,
like,
you can
insight
make me
check?
an active insight check.
17.
Alright, give me a second. So he says, you don't get any feeling of ill intentions from him.
Okay. What about his general demeanor? Is there any like?
He seems
He
friendly.
seems like a.
Yeah. He gave you potions, and he gave Zarana a potion of reduce, and he offered you drinks, and he even offered to trade his silver dragon Wormling if you bring him back a crystal ball. I'd say that's pretty friendly.
I thought he said let us hang out with it, not give it to us.
Yeah. Yes, he did say that. He did say he'll let you borrow it.
Maybe giants are scared. I don't know about giants. I don't know. Just thinking like an elephant and a little rat, you know? Maybe that's how giants react.
Oh no, not at all. Giants have been fighting dragons for millennia. Even before us small folk came to the Sea of Swords and settled this area. He says they have a long history of enmity between them.
Who won?
That is a very good question. I think that due to the scarcity of dragons, I would have to say that perhaps the giants won, but that is a matter of debate. Whatever it is, he says, if these giants are on the rise, we must find allies wherever we can. I don't know of any other adventuring groups. And by the way, do you have a name for yours?
The Stone Sworn, Thornbur says proudly.
Well, I don't know of any other adventuring groups that are seeking to fight giants on their own ground. But I will keep the name of your group in mind for when I have such discussions. I will let them know that the Stone Sworn are on it. For whatever that's worth. And he shrugs.
What? What kind of factions do you know about?
The Lord's Alliance that Maxine is a part of.
Are there any?
Best.
Are there any Order of the Gauntlet agents in this city?
Oh, yes. I'm sure that you can find them. But not all of them are... Well, I shouldn't say that. I keep out of the business of the factions, to be completely and totally honest.
Okay,
Huh.
fair enough.
You don't need to... Is there a dragon faction?
A dragon faction? Oh no.
I don't know. No.
No such thing exists.
That you know of.
That I know of. Well, I have much research that I need to do. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Thank you for all the information.
And the potions.
And the potions.
You're welcome. And good luck.
Bonus question. We heard from a friendly giant of a red dragon, I think, named Old Snarl. Have you heard of him? At least I think it was a red dragon.
Ah. Let me think on this. Old Snarl. The name does seem familiar to me. And you said it was a red one?
I think so. I don't quite remember the details.
Cloth,
Sure
the
that
ancient
its
red
name-
dragon in the cloth and veil.
Ah, yes, Cloth. Ah, very interesting that you would mention such a ancient and powerful creature. Old Snarl is in fact its name, now that I remember. I am not an expert in red dragons. I know only a cursory knowledge of them. But I do know that the Cloth and Veil lies to the north, a very narrow and winding valley in the mountains west of Mirabar. He says, due to ancient and powerful magic, I have heard that the Veil is warm throughout the year, an oasis of warmth in the cold, very cold north. It is a place that no one dares tread to, for Cloth makes its home there.
Well, I'm getting confused. Cloth and Old Snarl, these are the same
Dragon.
lizard?
Lizard? He seems insulted by that as he gives you a look. Do not dare ever call a dragon a lizard, my friend. They will snatch your head off your shoulders quicker than you could blink your eyes.
Good to know. Good to know.
He says, no, yes, old Snarl and Cloth are one and the same.
Old Snarlcloth. Got it.
He says,
Don't-
good luck if it is ever that you make your way up there.
Sounds spooky.
Wait a second. Maybe there's something else. What about
Another bonus question?
another bonus question? The Logos, the Flying Misfortune. Have you heard of it?
Ah, yes. Yes, the Flying Misfortune indeed. I hear that the Zentarum are hunting him, you know?
Interesting. Do you know where he is or where he was last seen?
Oh, Felgolos has roamed the north for decades. He says, he's been up and down the Sword Coast longer than I've been alive. He says he is an ancient, maybe not ancient is the correct term, but he is definitely a dragon in his prime adulthood. A bronze
What
one,
co-
that is.
Bronze. Okay.
Yes, metallic. Has a breath, has a very interesting breath of lightning, but also he can shed a breath that repulses creatures.
Repulsors.
Yes, with an energy, pushing them back. Like all dragons of this kind, just seeing him is quite frightful and awe-inspiring. Bronze dragons are unique as well. They can breathe both air and water. They are known to be amphibious.
Really?
Indeed. The
Why are
reason
they
why he
looking
has
for
that name... Oh, well, he changes gears for a second to answer your question, and he says, from what I hear, he despises the Zentarum. I don't know particularly why. This is always a question I have pondered myself.
I like him.
Yes.
Oh man, we should send him down to Daggerford.
Maybe we can
Why do you ask
try.
about him? I do not know of many adventuring groups, especially ones such as yourselves, that would know so many dragon names.
I think this was off of a billboard or a wanted poster. I mean, in
A what?
Golden Fields.
A what?
You know, a
poster?
billboard. Yes,
Really?
I want the
Do you,
poster.
do you think the Zentarum probably put up that poster to have people help them hunt this dragon?
It's 500 gold for his capture.
He gives kind of a quick laugh and he says, it could be very possible. I wouldn't put anything past the Zentarum.
So why the Flying Misfortune? You were going into his name.
Well, rumor has it that he is quite unlucky to be around.
Really?
He seems to have an aura of misfortune that follows him. It never affects him directly, but it does affect those around him.
Didn't we find like a god of luck? Maybe.
Excuse
Maybe
me?
they'll
You
know.
found the god of luck?
No, not found. We're looking for a temple.
And we didn't find it.
Do you know if there's such temple? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you know the town better than us. Obviously you know the town better than us.
You are seeking a temple to the god of misfortune?
God of luck.
Oh,
God of good fortune. I believe.
Timora. Oh, no. No temples like that exist here. Waterdeep is not a very religious city.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed this slimy guy we got with us, but we're trying to.
I was going to ask you about that, but I decided not to.
You're a polite man, I can tell.
Yes, he seems to be dripping on my carpet. But I'll have to clean that up
Yeah,
later.
sorry about that.
I water him down a little bit, you know.
Hey, could you not further damage the carpet, please?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He soaks it all up. It's fine.
Do you seem like a real magical guy? Do you know how we can help this man? Can you tell what's wrong with him?
He seems reluctant to do so, but he says, perhaps I can. Let me take a closer look. And Artan just rolls his eyes and he says, I'm just a walking experiment, aren't I? And so Chaz Louth goes up to him and he takes a closer look. He pulls out like a monocle and he's examining him. Just give me a second. Let's see what Chaz over here knows. You see, he casts a spell. Anybody can make an Arcana check if you want, if you're an arcane spellcaster. So, like Zinfel.
I can't roll.
You have no idea what he's casting.
Would I qualify as that?
It's impressive.
Yes,
Yeah.
you would qualify, Emin.
Impressive. It's some kind of high form of detect magic.
I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah, you have no idea either.
But I know.
He must be-
yeah.
You must be putting some dragon flavor on it or something.
Well, this is clearly not an illusion. This is quite real. Some sort of magical, horrible disease. I do see, however, that you are soaking him. Interesting. He walks around him a lot. He looks like he goes over to a decanter of water. He pours it into a cup and then he pours it right on top of the guy's head. Of course, Artan looks extremely annoyed by that, but at this point he's used to it. And he says, your friend here, if I am correct in my judgment, I believe he's affected by something quite horrible. And
Well-
Artan's eyes go a little wide at that.
I agree.
He says, your friend is suffering from a metamorphosis.
Is he gonna turn into a
Yes.
butterfly?
Oh.
Wait, he already came out of
Wait.
the cocoon.
What is met?
You're not a butterfly,
That's-
buddy. I'm sorry.
Will he change into a peanut?
He says, tell me, have you had any strange thoughts recently? Thoughts that are not your own, he says to the man. What I mean by this is, and Artan kind of looks confused, and he says, maybe? And he says, I don't mean thoughts that you think are coming from you. I mean thoughts that are coming from your companions, as if you can read what ripples on the surface of their minds. And he looks at everybody for a moment, and he says, I guess,
I'm
I
thinking
know
of
they
bacon.
I know they all hate me right now. And he points to to Kareem and he says, and that one's thinking of bacon. Ah, yes.
What?
Well, perhaps I
We
should
don't
speak
hate
to
him.
your friends privately. He gives like an awkward smile, an uncomfortable smile, I should say, to the rest of you guys.
I never said
No, I
that.
want to know what's wrong with me. Am I gonna die? Is something horrible happening to me? You mean there's no escape from this? And he starts freaking out.
Now look what you've done.
Calm down,
You've
my
upset
lord.
the
Calm
poor
down. It's all right.
I'm just thinking he's fucked.
So you're trying to calm him down, Zinfel? All right, why don't you make me a persuasion check with disadvantage?
Oh, I don't need disadvantage.
Can always spend that inspiration coin.
I already roll. I can
Oh, you
do it
did already roll.
retroactively.
So you got an 8. Well, Zinfil's having no luck calming him down. He seems to be freaking out, and Chazloath, he just looks. He kind of just stands back for a moment, a worried look on his face.
Try and calm him down. Like, hey, Arton, I never said I hated you. I'm sorry. It's like playful banter. Okay, you're gonna be fine.
You know, you've
I
already
try animal handling next.
May as well drop the rest.
Sit! Sit! Behave!
What did you say, Emin? Were you saying something as well?
I was addressing the wizard. I said, you've already got them all riled up. What more could you tell them? You may as well get it all out in the system now.
Ah, well, yes. Do any of you know what an aboleth is?
Oh, are you serious?
You seem to know, my friend. Why don't you share your knowledge with the group? He says to Emin.
No, they're awful. I'd rather not speak of them.
What are aboleths?
I've read
Yeah, what's
stories.
an aboleth?
An aboleth is a... When we were speaking about evil before, well, an aboleth is such a thing. An aberration of the deep. Something that exists, perhaps its origins lie in the far realm. And he starts getting into very esoteric knowledge. But before he gets ahead of himself, he says, put it simply, an aboleth is a god of the lake. It exists within deep waters, and it has telepathic powers, the abilities to read the minds of creatures and know their desires. It uses this knowledge to get a creature's loyalty, promises to fulfill such wants in exchange for obedience, and within its lair, the aboleth can further its powers to override senses. It grants creatures such as its followers the illusion of promised rewards.
Sounds horrible.
It is.
What was aboleth doing in possibly Yartar?
What was he doing in a...
Yartan, by the way, looks like he is gonna, like, he's freaking out right now. He's like, I'm turning into an aboleth.
Oh no, just one of their slaves. Maybe you should give them some of that drink.
Chazlet just crosses his arms and he shakes his head. So I don't know if there's any way to actually save your friend here.
What?
Is he
What do
gonna
you mean
kill
there's
us
no
all
way?
eventually? Is that what you're saying?
I do not know. I am not an expert in such things, he says. But if it is true, then your friend is turning into something. Some servant of the creature, or perhaps some progeny of the aboleth itself. Whatever it is, these are strange magics of the mind. Not truly magics that belong to the weave, but a different magic altogether. Have you ever heard of something that is known as psionics?
Have to go fast.
It says, it is something very misunderstood. Something that does not require arcane words or somatic movements of the hands or ingredients, material components as would be known. No, this magic is something else entirely. Sheerly a person's force of will brings it into being. And aboleths are creatures that have mastered such things.
Nope, that doesn't sound healthy. I'm against it.
If this is true, and this man here acquired this condition somehow in Yartar, I fear for the city. Aboleths are notoriously solitary creatures that can warp an area around its lair. Artan just, he plops down on his knees. You kind of hear the squishy, his knees hit the squishy ground, and he starts sobbing into his hands.
Oh, shit.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how, to put it lightly, fucked is Yartar? possibly. Is it a good idea to go to Yartar? And a possibility that an aboleth is there, is hiding it with him, making his home.
Lord Artan, does any of this like jog your memory?
That guy's inconsolable right now. He is crying on the floor. I mean, Zinfil's kind of standing over him, but she's not helping at all.
I handle his animal.
Oh God.
I'm patting his squishy shoulders too.
So, to answer your question, I'd probably say on a scale of 1 to 10, pretty bad. Not on
10
the
being
scale of
worst.
dragons and giants, but perhaps an 8.
The dragon worse than,
Oh, that's not too bad.
aboleth?
Okay, yeah, that's a good comparison. How is an
Scary.
aboleth worse than a green dragon? Like what do Where we put those?
I do not think so. But then again, it depends on the dream dragon's age. An aboleth is a powerful creature, but it is quite limited to the water. Whereas a green dragon is a dragon. It can fly. It's a master of terrain. It's a beautiful creature, I must say. He seems to get a hard-on for green dragons.
Do what?
Gotcha.
Your robe is rising.
He turns around awkwardly. Knocks over his decanter.
Gotcha.
Do
Is there an-
aboleths
Okay.
do aboleths usually stay in the sea, or do they travel inland?
No, they are limited to water.
Do they
Anywhere.
travel into rivers and lakes, or is it usually in the ocean?
Oh, they can exist wherever water exists. Rivers, lakes,
Okay.
even sewers.
Even
Sewers.
sewers. Holy
Holy shit.
Wait, what's a sewer?
We're not safe here.
You know what a sewer is. Nightstone may not have a sewer, but you know what a sewer is. That's a very good question, though. Nice job on the roleplay of that.
Yeah, isn't that a thought? Little tentacle monsters crawling around in your ass when you're sitting on the can.
Lord Artem, we're fucked. Oh my god.
So nobody's consoling this poor guy? He just says, I know you all hate me.
Oh, it's gonna be okay.
No,
My
it's
friend-
totally apathetic. It's totally different from hate.
Let me help you out. You want something to drink?
I can't even drink.
Maybe I'll pour you a shot.
This is a mind flare and aberration too. Maybe it'll make you feel better.
What if I pour it on him? Will it absorb?
How long ago did you find this man?
A couple days ago,
And where?
in the river,
River?
in a cocoon.
Yeah, we saved him from some weird fish people.
Yeah.
Wait, but
okay.
Yortar is far from here.
Maybe I don't
We-
know. maybe-
Yes?
Yeah, we're near Golden
went down the river.
Fields.
Golden Fields? What?
Yeah, we get around.
You're talking about hundreds and miles. You're saying that if he truly did come from Yartar and you found him near Golden Fields, then he must have traveled far down the river of the desert.
In a cocoon.
In a cocoon, no less. And you managed to free him from this cocoon?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh
Axed
yeah.
it open.
We are pretty
told
badass.
us- He told us the last thing he remembered was something about a party and a beautiful raven-haired woman
In a golden goose.
and a golden goose.
He looks at the man. He's probably drunk. He
I
just
was
shrugs.
thinking the same
Fair
thing.
enough.
He says, was there anything else there? A cocoon? Then you just happened to see it on the side of the
There
That
river?
it was
But it was
Seagulls.
floating in the river with sea spawns and some mer people, marrow,
There were
trying to retrieve it.
there were giant birds attacking, if I remember.
God, the
He
birds.
strokes his short beard for a moment. He says, "Sea spawn? I've never heard of such creature, but I do know what marrow are." That's interesting because Golden Fields is quite inland. Marrow usually exists on the coast. You would find them, in fact, we find them quite often in the docks ward. In fact, maybe once every few years there's some sort of marrow attack on the docks. But to find them that far inland to Golden Fields, we're talking about, tens of miles.
And it looked like
Yes,
they were
it's-
headed back toward the ocean too. Not
And
like
they had him, so he was from Yartar, so they must have traveled all the way to Yartar. Maybe.
He shrugs. He says, "You do as you wish.
Let's-
I cannot tell you either way. I think it's unfortunate, but if Yartar is unable to defend themselves, well, he doesn't seem to really care about Yartar's predicament right now."
All right, well, thank you for all your help.
One question. One last question.
Last one.
Last bonus question.
Another bonus
Another bonus.
question. Perhaps I have a bonus answer.
Do you know anybody who would know of aboleths? Like someone who's a better expert, or someone who just knows monsters, or maybe a library?
Or maybe a healer.
Is there like a monster nerd convention that you go to?
Is there like a manual, maybe?
What is a nerd?
A manual for monsters? The monster manual?
Some kind of advanced healer of some sort that could cure such affliction,
No, unfortunately I do not. I wish I could tell you more, but I
There's
do
no
not know.
library in town.
Oh, there are plenty of libraries. You can find most of them in the administrative district known as the Castle Ward.
Okay.
I'm sure
Maybe
that
we
there are
should
many
go there.
libraries here in the North Ward and the Sea Ward as well, but getting access to such things. I do have my own share of books, but I can assure you I have nothing on aboleths. My suggestion to you is that if you're truly interested in saving this man, you should investigate Yortar.
Fair enough.
Perhaps the only way to reverse his plight is to
Kill it?
either acquire powerful magic, something in the range of a very powerful divine spell, perhaps one that a priest would be able to cast. Although I do not know the names of such spells, you'd have to ask them.
I wish you did.
Or perhaps slaying the aboleth might reverse Artan's plight. And he stops sobbing for a brief moment, Artan, to you mean I'm not totally doomed? He says, "No, you're probably doomed, but if your friends are so willing, they might be able to help you." "They're not my friends," Artan says.
Hey,
Hey man, we've all you got. We've been saving. We saved your ass, and then we've been traveling with you, trying to help you out.
You don't even know my real name. You call me Squidward.
That's a nickname. That means we love you. We do it out of love, my friend.
hey, man, you're the one who's being a butthole, you know.
What am I
Chaz
thinking
says,
right now?
Butthole. I like this word. So he stops sobbing for a moment to look up into Kareem's eyes, and he says, "You really will help me?"
Yes.
He seems to calm down. He's reduced to just sniffles at this point. Actually, you know what? Make me a persuasion check. Let's see if he actually believes you.
Oh
No, he doesn't believe me.
You don't want to help me. He goes back to crying.
Oh man.
Oh, Ted.
Whatever.
We'll help you. It'll be okay.
Much better.
Oh.
At least your friend has more heart than you do, Kareem. And he kind
I
of gets
feel
up and
insulted.
he goes to give Serana a very wet hug.
Okay.
Winter just stamps his feet and snorts. Alright, well, I think this is a good stopping point for because we're about 10 minutes over.
Sounds good.
All right. Awesome.
Alright. So I
Nice.
hope you guys
Fine.
had fun.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Finally made it to Waterdeep.
Finally made it to Waterdeep.
We know a little bit more.
Managed to do a little bit of a quest. So now, I'll. Somebody's gonna update the notes, right? Your quest logs.
Yeah, I'll put in some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So in 2 weeks we'll be playing again, if that works for everybody, on 4/18.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Thank you all for playing.
All
Hope
right.
You guys had
Thanks,
fun.
Joe.
All right.
Thanks
You're
for the
welcome.
game. That was fun.
All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Good night, everyone. Fucking aboliths. No. No.
Shit.
Did you ever play Night Below?
No. I
Yeah.
have heard of it though, so I know a
It's
little
a
bit about it.
That's fucking bullshit. No. Aboliths are the bad.
I've heard it's a very good adventure.
No, it's a very
Ryan
awful
put
adventure.
an aboleth. Ryan put an aboleth in the one game we were playing before he scrapped it, and we wanted to fight it. We didn't fight it because we stopped playing right before it. But yeah, no, aboleth. I was like, yeah, let's fight it. And then after I read about it, I'm like, let's run away. No, not the aboleth. Fuck that.
Not something you want to fight.
Nope. Especially not near water.
All right,
I'm good.
guys. So I will see you. Thank you.
Good night.
See you guys.
Good night. Good night. Salting the snail.